Welcome to ADlib&D, where a group of amateur role-playing enthusiasts run a weekly live-stream D&D 5e game with a twist. The viewing public can vote on a large group of random concepts before the episode takes place. Once tallied, the DM will select 5 of the 10 most popular and tailor that episode of the game against the chosen ideas. Anything can happen, no episode will be the same. You can find where to vote on Discord on the Filthy Pig Discord server. Anyway, where were we? A recap on the last session. The group, Dodgy Brothers, the solution architects, had taken on a job to go investigate a wizard's tower in the village of Benaldo. They had taken on this job for a Professor Felix Morton. He also had a couple of other people also looking after him. So it was a job to protect Felix as he explored this tower. The 2 other people who have joined are Illyria and Riki. Now, they haven't reached the tower yet. They've left their main city hub, which is Medagno, and are on the way to the village of Benaldo. They had a bit of an encounter with some strange-looking wolves in the middle of the night, but survived that and just waking up in the morning of the next day. So I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you want to do at this point in time?
And just so we know, just for a little bit of clarification, so Alarak is still out with Thelma, right?
Oh, good point. Yes. So one of the group, Alarak, has been taken off to the side to do a separate job for Thelma. He will, since TD is available tonight, he will be available for the game. So there will be a point where TD catches up, or Alarak catches up with the rest of the group. But at this point in time, he's not here at this juncture.
Okay. So this is the next morning, is that right?
That's correct. That's the next morning. So Professor Morton gets up and goes, "Rise and shine, gentlemen and ladies. We have to get to Benaldo today if we can. I don't want any more of those wolves."
I don't think anyone wants more of those wolves. But what are you talking about? You had nothing to do with them. You slept through the entire bloody thing.
And that's what I paid you for, isn't it?
Yes. Go on.
Illyria, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the money. Honest. Be honest.
No.
Real honesty? Or the honesty where I stick with my, party line here?
No, come on, Illyria. I did see a look of joy in your face when the professor opened his private's tent and spotted the dead wolf. That was a joyful moment for you, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're so right. I do enjoy that.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Good God, that thing gave me a fright.
It wasn't that funny, actually. It was a little bit smelly, though.
Made the joke better. The best jokes are smelly jokes.
Well, that is true. I wanted to do a fart joke this morning, but normally with ladies, Alarak, he says you don't do fart jokes when there's ladies around.
Generally considered the polite thing, but I know Riki certainly would appreciate it.
I would. I could put it in my book. I could even share a new word with you, if you would like. We could do an exchange.
So you would share a word with me, and I would need to do a fart?
Well, I can put a payment down in advance, if you'd like.
They don't just come on command. It's not like I can say come, and it is there.
Okay.
No, maybe Jace can do.
Okay, well, here's one just for fun. And I pull up my little book and I go, douche pickle.
Where did you pick that one up from? Gosh.
About 3.5 years ago, I won't tell you the story. I'm pretty sure the professor might remember it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there with you at that. Oh, hang on. Was I? Trying to think.
No, but I probably told the story.
Yes, probably. It's a fascinating story. It reminds me of the time that, no, it doesn't actually. Oh. Anyway.
I remember I had a friend many years ago, and he told me that words come from other words. I wonder, where does douche pickle come from? A pickle, I think.
Possibly also a douche.
But yes, perhaps.
Oh, right. Now I remember that story, yes. It was that time where I ate that pickle that looked rather tasty at the time, but it was plagued with some sort of poison. Oh, I was sick. Oh, and you, Illyria, you were having to look after me, but you are such a frustrating person to look after me. I almost died. It's horrible.
I'm sorry, you thought I was the frustrating one. You're a terrible patient. Absolutely awful.
Just because I rang that bell more than 3 times a minute doesn't mean I'm a terrible patient.
I think that's pretty much telephone,
I have needs, you know.
Yes, but it's not exactly what you're hiring me for, is it? You're lucky I helped you at all.
Oh, well, that's true, I guess. Anyway, I think we should head off to Benaldo, yes?
Yes.
Jace he's kind of just sitting off to the side, playing with his daggers, trying to juggle them and perhaps maybe even show off a little bit. And he kind of jumps up at that point, still trying to juggle. He's like, "Are we ready to go?"
Well, I mean, I've been waiting.
Well, off with us then. Wobani! Oh, Jace.
All right. So as a group, you pack up, and Professor Felix walks up to his 2 tents and tugs on the string in a different maneuver, and they fold down into a small package, and he puts them back into his various pockets within his coat. And then he goes,
"Well, I'm finished. Excellent. Off we go."
Sort of turns and sees that everybody else is slowly packing up their tents. Little bit slower at it than his magical ones.
We don't also have such fancy things.
Right, well, you there. Wabani, I think it is, yes? I mean, the way you unpack that tent is you take out the pegs first.
I know how to unpack a tent. I have a strange memory of your poop tent nearly pooping on my shoes for some reason.
Oh, isn't that a wonderful device? It's so entertaining. My little tent outhouse.
Yes, I think that this next evening it would be nice if you let us use it too, perhaps.
I'm sure it's open to all.
It has running water.
No. It's just a hole.
I see.
But I think we might be at Benaldo by sometime today, so you might find running water there.
Yes. I was always told you need to have a shower every day.
Well, I mean, there's no water here at the moment.
No, I know. I'm just saying, if it had running water, that would be good.
Right, well, excellent. Anyway, I think it's probably time we should go. On to Benaldo, yes, excellent. And then on to that wicked tower. I'm so looking forward to it.
Where's two?
And off he heads, sort of taking point, which seems a bit odd for a small forest gnome as himself. But he doesn't seem to care. As the southern road, the King's Way, takes a bend towards the small river a few hours later, that you've been following on and off, you finally catch sight of your destination, the sleepy hamlet of Benaldo. The sun alights the small houses and cottages and the surrounding farmland, framing an idyllic-looking village without a care in the world. In the distance to the south of the village, you can see an old tower built upon a high hill. It's hard to get a good look on the building from this distance, but you suspect this is the Don Vito Tower that Professor Morton is after.
So, I mean, are we heading straight to the tower, or do you want to go and see the people at Benaldo first?
Do you need anything from the town?
Well, I mean, they may have interesting information, or they may have nothing. I'm possibly could find some information there.
I mean, we could learn something. I'm always a fan of learning things.
So just sharing
But-
the town of Benaldo with everyone.
Didn't you teach us this rhyme? Is that not all we need to know? Is this rhyme?
It could be good to ask the patrons there what they know about the Don Vito family. Shouldn't it be better that we are forewarned than walking into a trap?
Always.
Yes, of course. That does make a lot of sense. I just thought perhaps, Professor, you had done all the studying about this family.
Proper amount of research.
Well,
Yes.
No, not about the I mean, I know a little bit about the family. I was trying to talk to you about it, but you didn't seem interested at the time.
Well, you always talk and you don't. Your voice is like monotone and it just goes on and on and on sometimes, Professor. It helps me
And?
sleep.
What, so you want me standing over you when you're trying to go to bed? Is that what you're saying?
Can I get back to you on that one?
He sort of turns around and walks off in a huff, mumbling as he walks.
I think I might have offended him.
He's a little sensitive about that. Just a little.
You don't ask him about the time that he lectured. It went badly.
Right.
And the last time before that, he tried. And the time before that.
So he's not a good professor then, but he likes to be called the professor.
Oh, depends what you want from it. Would you like absolutely riveting stories? Then possibly don't go to him. Would you like actual information? Pretty good.
I see.
And I need a damn good stiff drink.
You can hear in the distance.
Yep. Yeah.
These up and comers, I don't know.
Yeah, you really riled him up.
Well, perhaps we should follow. Maybe we learn something.
So you head down into the town. The main area that he seems to head towards is the only inn in this small hamlet, which I'll share with you. It's called the White Claw Inn, and he heads towards the White Claw Inn. Just hold on a second. Okay, so as you head towards it, you can see before you stands a stone and slate two-story building. Among the wood and thatched cottages of Benaldo, a small cobblestone path leads up to the building and is framed with small, well-groomed hedges. The walls of this inn are made of local sandstone, and the building is, as a whole, looks to be well maintained. As you get a little closer, the smell of fresh cooked bread wafts in the air around the inn.
I'm gonna go find that glass of ale. The cheek of
think-
that man.
He sort
I
of
will
storms
go-
inside.
That smell of bread is too good to let go. I think it would be a good. I'm very interested
Let's
in
start
going
with the
in
bread?
there.
We can start with
I
bread.
love fresh bread with some butter. Yum.
Sure, we can always ask them as well.
So
Sure.
as you enter the building, the smell of fresh bread is even stronger. Looking among the common room, it seems to be clean, well lit, and comfortable. The floor has a grey slate tiling. The tables and chairs are simple but well made with clean lines, and the bar is a mixture of slate with a wooden bar top finish. A human lady in her late 30s stands at the bar, a look of interest in the newcomers. There's also a couple of people sitting at a table, a small halfling lady and what seems to be a man. And there's also you do a bit of a double take. You notice there seems to be a half-orc sitting there. It takes you a second to realize that it's Alarak, who is sitting at the bar. Now, Alarak has finished working for Thelma and was informed by the guard that the rest of his group had headed south towards Benaldo. So he managed to take a much more direct route, surprisingly across country, that was pointed out by the guard, and was able to get there before you.
Oh, well, how about that?
Oh, you're here. I've been waiting. Oh, a while. What kept you?
Wait a minute. How is this possible, Alarak?
Wait, do you recognize this one?
This is our friend. He is my companion for the last couple of years. His name is Alarak. He's one of the Dodgy brothers.
Oh, the missing one. Right.
I know we said Lucy was, but okay, I lied.
And who are these fine people?
I'm not surprised by that.
This is...
I'm Illyria.
Yes,
This is
that's
Riki.
right. That's right, too.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you. Wabani, are these... Can they be trusted?
Yes. And we're doing a contract for them, Alarak, and they're paying us 10 gold each.
Well, the professor is paying, but we're part of it.
Yes, they're helping us out. Yes, of course. They're the professor's companions, and yes, I know it's strange. He's very old. They're quite young.
We're not that
don't ask
kind of
questions.
companion. Jesus.
What are you implying? I don't like this.
Filthy-minded.
You
I'm
go and
just saying
spend some time
he's-
in the poop tent and have a think
Oh.
about things to yourself.
He's old. You're young. You travel with him. That's all I said. I speak the facts. I don't put. You read what you want to read.
I do quite frequently from my swear word book.
Do you have a swear word book?
In the poop tent.
I do.
Does she ever?
I do.
She has a very potty mouth sometimes, Alarak. It was hard to hear.
Well, you know what? I think the application of study can be applied to all areas of life, and one which I find particularly therapeutic is the application of study to wonderful words, like whore muffin. That's another one of my personal favourites.
Or
Damn.
That's an excellent word. I'm
got
going to start
no-
incorporating that more often.
Wasn't
Can you use
it?
it in a sentence?
I could. I really could. Buy me another beer, you whore muffin.
Not bad.
you should buy her a beer, Alarak, I think.
I mean, knowledge is priceless and I'm giving it away, but I can also exchange it for alcohol.
and if you must know, we encountered some crazy wolves, and Jace here, he kept dying, and the ladies, they were very inspiring.
Well,
And so Jace looks on and goes, well, it was a bit touch and go at the moment. I had the wolves all over me. I was holding back about 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah, like those bandits you were holding off. Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly.
Hey, that's
correct,
true.
Alarak.
I had them on the run.
So, everyone's been protecting Jace pretty well then. Good to hear. 10 gold each?
Yes.
I got time.
As you guys are...
He didn't sign the contract, did he?
He did not. As speaking of which, though, as you guys are discussing this, Professor Morton comes back from the bar and goes,
Hey, a second. Is this one of the people you're interviewing about what we might know about the Don Vito family? Is it? Hello, my name's Professor Felix Morton.
Professor,
How are you
Professor.
doing? What?
No,
Yes.
no. Apparently,
Hey,
they're friends with Wabani and Jace.
what?
Friend,
What is
Jace,
this?
friend is a strong word.
Oh, okay. Acquaintances?
Business
Yes.
associates.
I see.
Mhm.
The,
I
you know that
see.
missing one they tried to tell you was the small girl?
Yes.
Not quite.
Right. What kind of thing are you trying to pull here, Wabani?
We are solution architects, and we were architecting a solution.
Hey, boss, do you know something? You're getting 4 people for the price of 3. How good is that?
Oh,
Wait.
excellent. Are you coming?
Whoa.
Yes?
I'm not any cheaper than anyone else here. In fact, I'm worth a bit more.
Is that so?
Well, I beat you
Well-
here, didn't I?
What makes you worth a bit more?
I beat you here.
That just means you're a good runner and or know some sneaky trick.
You cheeky
And
whore
sneaky
muffin.
tracks. Yes, that's it. And sneaky tracks are a great skill to have.
We don't need any more of them though. We're already here.
You've got. She's got you there, Alarak.
I mean, I do have other skills.
Oh, that's true. He
And?
does.
Listen, young gentleman, he says with an eyebrow raised. Are you interested in coming or not?
For 10 gold, sure.
Excellent. Well, if you'd just like to sign here, and he pulls out some paper and says, well, you can work here for 10 gold for the sum of the guarding duty. It may take a few days. And if you could just sign here, and any sort of danger money is not required. And if you die in the course of this duty, I don't have to.
Wait,
Yes?
Professor.
What?
Professor. 1 minute here. Alarak, yeah, just a second, Alarak.
Mhm.
And Wobani tries to pull the professor to the side. He's like,
Unhand me, you fool!
We keep to the original agreement. He is worth as much as everybody else. I'm pulling a trick on him. I'm just saying 10 gold for his ears only, but he still gets full payment.
He's already agreed to the 10 gold.
No, he's not signing. Come on, Professor. He is worth every penny.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
Gosh.
Okay, persuasion. Come on, Wobani. Let's pull a miracle here.
Oh, damn.
A natural
19.
19.
Well, okay, I mean, possibly 10 gold could be a bit light on. I agree there, but, I mean, he hasn't been, he didn't guard me against those wolves. So, I certainly don't think he should deserve the amount of gold that you guys are getting. It seems a bit extreme.
He will more than compensate for it in the end. Trust me on that.
Listen, what I'll do is he can have a 300 gold flat fee and 30 gold per day for the rest of the time he is guarding me. That
But
is
we
my
will.
final offer.
But we'll put that in the contract, and I will just tell him it's 10 gold.
Is that so? Well, okay. Mr. What's your name, Mr. Harvog?
This is
Mr. Alarak.
Mr. Alarak. Excellent. Is that your full name?
Yes.
Right, Mr. Alarak. And your first name? That's your first and last name. Is it Mr. Al and then Arak?
Okay, it's Alarak.
It's like Cher. I only go by one name.
Oh, okay. One of those names. Right. Could I just get you? I'll just adjust the contract here. Yes. Yes. And carry the 2. And yep. Okay. So if you'd like to sign here, I will give you a 300 gold flat fee at the end of this. And 30 gold per day. While you protect me. So if you could just sign here, please.
Sure. I'll just say loudly. Right, 10 gold for Jace's ears. Can I just check this contract first? Like, is there any little sub-clauses? Is any of this in Infernal? I just want to be careful before I actually put my name on this.
Make an investigation check. I love how you're the only one that's doing this.
Oh my,
Oh,
this
yeah, everyone's
half-orc
just signed straight up.
this half-orc is terribly paranoid. I can only wonder what adventures they've been through.
So
Well,
as you
he's-
start looking through this document, it starts at about 12-point font, and it's all pretty basic stuff about this and that and the other, like pay with when you're killed or stuff like that, and whether it goes to next of kin, so on and so forth. But then the font starts getting smaller and smaller until it gets to about 6 font, and it just all becomes a blur after that point. But it seems all above board from what you've read. It's quite legalese.
And it's all in common, though. As long as it's all in common, not Abyssal or Infernal, I'll sign.
It's all in common, definitely.
Okay, there we go. I'll sign. Just not in blood, in a normal pen.
And
Excellent,
as you know,
excellent.
Alarak, he's friends with Cordwin, by the way.
Oh, really?
It was interesting that you actually signed this. I mean, looking at you, these other 2 gentlemen, they just used a thumbprint. It seemed a bit odd at the time.
Well,
That is odd.
Don't judge people if they can't spell.
And look, honestly, I look at thumbprints as the quintessential honest form of signing. I mean, you can forge a signature, but not many people can forge a thumbprint.
that's
You
exactly right.
Can forge it, though.
Good call, Riki. Yes. Oh, you've got me there. Anyway, excellent.
Yeah, but to forge a thumbprint, you often have to cut off the thumb, and that's still harder to get away with.
I mean,
Not
I've done it
impossible,
before. It's not
though.
that hard.
Yes,
He
Alarak, he will cut your hair really close if you're not careful.
Has he ever done it to Jace?
In fact, Jace was asking for a haircut just not long ago, Alarak.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh, really?
Hey,
like mine?
Steady on.
Well,
I'm
maybe
not after a haircut, thank you very much. I'm still suffering from that horrible encounter with those wolves. Did you see me? I was surrounded by at least 10 of them.
that's
It's
so
definitely
not
not
true,
10.
Alarak.
Hilarious, you
10
shake your head.
puppies, right?
Was there a
No.
song? Have you written a song about it yet?
Yeah.
I'm still working out the kinks. I might have something together for when we get back to Medania.
I can't wait
at
to
which
hear
point,
it.
Wobani, I'm going to head across to the. You said there was a lady behind the bar?
So there's a human lady of about 30 or 40, between 30 and 40 behind the bar, and there's a couple of barflies hanging around as well.
They're human as well?
One's a human, one's a halfling.
So I'll go up to the lady behind the bar. Hello.
Oh, hello. How can I help? So this lady has got mouse brown curly hair falling to her shoulders. And she has a very warm smile for you. She seems slightly portly and is wearing a rustic outfit of purple and green floral dress.
It is good to meet you, lady from behind the bar. I am here to know about Don Vito.
What? My name is Felicity, and the Don. What you mean, the Don Vito family?
Yes.
Oh, why would you want to know about them? Horrible people.
That's exactly why I want to know about them. And
Really?
sorry, I probably should have asked you and been polite and asked your name. I apologize for that. I don't know why I forgot my manners today.
Right. Well, that's okay. I mean, I might be able to help you, but it might be easier to listen to the story if you're holding a frosty glass of something in your hand.
Oh, wait a minute. And I walk back towards Riki, and she says that she can only tell me the story if I have a frosty glass in my hand. That sounds strange to me.
I think she wants you to
Well,
buy something.
I would suggest. So I walk
Oh.
up to the bar with him and I say, well, this is how it's done. And I walk up to the bar and I say, oh, good time of day to you, young barkeep.
And a lovely day to you, Miss.
Riki.
Lovely to meet you, Riki. My name is Felicity. How can I help you?
Well, my friends and I would love the best glass of your cool and frosty ale that you can provide us.
Oh, we can do that. With the
Lyria
young...
just leans in and goes, do you have any wine?
Oh, yes. Wine aplenty, and some nice dwarvish ale as well, in matter of fact.
Illyria
You guys
loves
can
a good
see-
wine.
Well, my
Sorry.
eyebrows, which I do not actually have, are rising up higher, and my eyes are getting bigger as you guys are doing this.
Right.
Okay. It's a simple social transaction. You walk up to the bar, compliment the barkeep, then you exchange money for goods and services.
But you asked for the most expensive things. That's
Ah.
crazy.
I've spent a night and I got attacked by wolves. You know, needs must. Girl must spoil herself on occasion.
I see.
Too true that, yes. Now, so you would like a dwarvish ale, is that, Riki? And this lovely lady here would like a red or a white?
Oh, white, thank you. That would be just fantastic.
I think I know just the one for you. And you, would you, looking at Wabani, so you would like to have the dwarvish ale, or would you like one of a more local brew?
And I look at her in the eyes intently, my reddish purple eyes, irises, and I say, which one will get me drunk quicker?
Well, if you want to get drunk quickly, I think a bit of Firestorm whiskey will do that.
Oh,
Firestorm.
okay. And I look towards Illyria and just kind of raise my eyebrow.
Lyria just
Would-
shakes her head, just like, no.
I'll take
I-
3.
You're taking 3 Firestorm whiskeys?
Yep.
Okay.
And
well,
I was just about to say no, but then when Alarak does it, I'm like, me too then, please.
That sounds like fun. I'm in.
right. So that's
You know we're all here for information, right? Not getting completely fucked up.
We're here for information. I thought it was a protection job.
I thought this is what we're doing.
Riki writes the words "getting completely fucked up" in her notebook.
Meanwhile, Professor Morton is off at a table by himself. He seems to be enjoying his cup of ale and is going, He doesn't hear anything you guys are saying. Totally oblivious.
Okay, so Riki downs the has a polite sip just to taste it, and then downs the spirit in one shot.
So she brings out 9 shot glasses and looks to Illyria and goes, "So you wouldn't like the whiskey and join these fine people here, or you're happy with the wine?
I'm quite happy with the wine. To be honest with you, if I have that much, I start setting things on fire, and that's not something we want.
Oh, good call. Yes,
Yes,
excellent.
I rather thought so.
Right. So the white wine
would be
will be
interesting to see.
Wait till we get to the tower.
the white wine is 2 silver. 1 silver,
Oh,
and
fantastic, thank you.
the fire whiskey is 3 silver a shot.
Oh.
So that's 9 silver for each of you. Thank you.
Are
I
you sure
pass over
you
mine?
don't want to just stab me in the chest, Felicity? Because it hurts.
Excuse me. What?
It's
That's
all right.
price.
I mean, I'm confused. You ask for it and then you don't.
Oh my good
I
man,
want
don't
it.
worry. I'll cover
I
it,
want it.
considering what you did with the wolves last night. I think we owe you. I feel like we owe you one.
At this, I stand up straight. No, I will not be beholden. I can take care of it myself. Steep as the price may be, I can pay myself. Unless Alarak wants to pay.
Yeah, no. I'll hand over 1 gold.
Jace sort of looks over and goes, "Well, I'm going to have 2 whiskies actually, and I'm not paying for you a bone."
Elves. Rest of us are having 3, my friend.
Now, Riki downs her 1 shot and takes the other 2 shots over to the barflies and sits down with them and presents the glasses to them and says, "Good top of the morning, afternoon to you, gentlemen."
So as you head over to the barflies, you see there's you're addressing both of them, I'm assuming.
Are they sitting together?
They are sitting together, yes.
Well, then it would be rude for me to not address both of them.
So the first one is a young man, no more than probably 16 years of age. His face is smooth and tanned. A mat of black hair sits on top of his head, which has recently, although unsuccessfully, seen a hairbrush. He seems to wear more colourful clothes than normal farmers, and a splash of bright blue and lustrous orange. But these have a slight layer of brown dust all over them. The man is unconsciously touching something in his left pocket on occasion. The halfling woman has looked like to have seen a hard life. Weathered face, short-cropped, dusty blonde hair, and crumpled but clean blue farmer's overalls. She sits there occasionally talking with a companion and sipping her mug. But as you head over there, Riki, they look up to you and goes, "Well," the halfling lady goes, "Well, that's excellent, thank you. That's the Firestorm whiskey. That's a bit strong for me, but I'm sure young Barry here will have both."
Say, well, greetings. My name is Riki. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is mine. My name is Wendy, and this fine strapping boy here is Barry.
Well, hello, Wendy and Barry. How are you today?
Well, we're good, thanks, says Barry. And how are you?
Oh, yes, I'm well, thank you. I'm very excited to have met people such as yourselves in these local parts. Perhaps I can tell you a little bit about it, my friends and I. Would that be all right?
Sure. Go ahead.
Well, I pull out one of my little books that I've got from my backpack, and I say, well, we are seeking to learn as much as we possibly can about this local area, and we thought this might be the excellent place to come, because have you both been in the area for a particularly long time?
Wendy looks a little bit nervous, but she goes, yes, I've been here quite a few years. It's a hard life, but the people here are quite friendly.
Okay, well that's all right. I mean, we're not meaning to pry too much into your own personal lives. We're certainly not the law, if that would reassure you at all.
Just historians, at most, you know.
That's right. I'm a humble historian who likes to collect amusing facts and interesting facts, and we have heard all about the Dorito Tower of the family.
Dorito Tower? I mean...
Don Vito, gosh.
Oh, right.
Sorry
right.
for her.
See, this is why I need help.
Why would you want to know about those horrible people?
Oh, so you know we don't repeat the mistakes of the past?
And you know something? Books about horrible people sell.
Oh, don't they ever?
They do. In the big cities, they are all the rage. People like to read about horrible people and feel good about themselves.
Jace's ears perk up at the sound of books selling. He sort of moves across and starts listening in, but not saying anything.
And do you know the other thing about books that we can write? People from all over like to hear about people that have been telling us about horrible people.
Oh, really? Oh, I mean, I could write a song about that, says Barry.
Stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you want to hear a song I've been putting together now? I mean,
absolutely. Lyra's like really excited. Not
Wendy,
because she likes
Wendy,
hearing
someone
singing.
wants to listen.
Just she really likes making other people listen to people sing.
You are evil. Oh my! I thought we had a rule where we weren't having evil characters at you.
I'm writing a book about her.
So Barry is super keen. He stands up and pulls out the thing that he's been unconsciously touching in his pocket. It's an old beaten up shawm, and he goes, "Well, I haven't really got the lyrics down yet, but I've got the music. If you just hold on a second," and he takes a deep breath. And then starts playing, and it is horribly off key. He is not hitting any of the notes, and it is excruciatingly painful. Do you let him keep going?
Absolutely delighted.
This is wonderful. Keep going.
You can see Jace. He's sort of like almost wanting to crawl out of his skin. But Barry keeps going and goes. And then after about 2 minutes, when he finishes the tune, well, you hope it's the finish of the tune. He stops and goes, "So, what'd you think? It's a little ditty that I heard a little while ago."
Were there any lyrics?
Well, it's a bit hard to sing lyrics when you're playing the shawm, but I'm going to be working on those next.
Okay, and can you maybe tell us the body of the story? That sounds very interesting.
It's about a little boy who grows up in a village, and what he wants to do, he wants to be an adventurer. And one day, a traveling carnival comes along, and he sneaks out and joins the traveling carnival when his family isn't looking. And he goes off on wonderful adventures. He goes across the sea, and he fights a dragon. I know dragons really don't exist, but he fights one anyway. And then he comes home, a king. Yeah, that's what it's about.
That sounds fantastic.
And say he were to go, just, hypothetically, to the Don Vito Tower. What would he encounter? What would he encounter? What would he know?
You don't want to go there.
Yes,
No.
but this
Gosh, why
person's a
not?
king and a hero, and this is just a story. I mean, what would he encounter?
Well, the Don Vitos, they used to be one of the pioneers of this place. At least that's what Mama told me. And they stole money from the village. We found that one of the local animals here, a white-clawed lobster, was like a hit with the nobles back in Medano, and so we made quite a bit of money from that. But the Don Vito family, they took a huge cut that we didn't see, and by the time we did find out, they actually bought out this place. And so, there's a lot of bad blood against the Don Vito family. And since then, they worked on arcane mysteries, and they just disappeared about 40 years ago. I don't know why.
Gosh, really? What sort of arcane mysteries?
Wouldn't be a mystery.
You sort of know the general thing, like not specific care, but someone's working on time travel, and you're like, that's the general.
Listen, my mama didn't tell me much. It was before my time, but that there used to be loud bangs sometimes and strange lights, but like they didn't talk to us much. We had to bring food to them, and they would pick it up, and then we'd take the empty cart home. It wasn't, they were mean. All right, they were mean.
Well, it's a good thing they disappeared then.
Yeah. So Riki's concentrating very hard thanks to the fire whiskey, and she's writing very carefully down in her book Lobster Mobsters. And she has a little chuckle to
Illyria
herself.
sees that over the shoulder and also laughs.
Yeah.
She does not usually laugh.
Riki is very easily amused. And she turns around and says, "Oh, okay. These nasty, nasty people were doing experiments. Did anybody go missing from the village or surrounds, or any weird animals vanish or turn up?"
So the Wendy at that point pipes in. Yes. Well, I've heard a story that when they did vanish, they went exploring the tower. I think his name was Harold, possibly, to find out where they may have gone. There was no sign of them packing up and leaving. They just stopped accepting food, and unfortunately for Harold, he went in there and he never came out. So we've barred the place up and stopped people from going in there, lest they disappear as well.
Okay, any particular history of arcane ingredients or anything that they sourced? Because I know that's incredibly specific, but I'd just like to know details are good for a story.
They both look at you a little bit confused and say, no, certainly not. They kept to themselves, definitely.
Okay. We look over to the bar lady. Has she been listening in?
Make a perception check.
All that time, though, while they were over there, I had been drinking those fire wines or fire whiskeys and not being prepared at all for how much they burn. I basically drank them way too quick, and I've been rolling around on the floor in front of the bar, coughing.
Can I get you to make a constitution saving throw, Wabani? So that was a 9 of a perception check for Riki. You look over there, and Felicity doesn't seem to be listening in. Well, it's a bit hard to tell. You seem to be a little bit distracted with Wabani. He seems to be rolling around in pain. But with a natural 20 constitution saving throw,
I'm dealing with it.
He's dealing with it in his own special way.
It's fire whiskey, Wabani. It's in the name. And I'll down two of them.
You see how strong I am, Alarak. I am not vomiting at all.
Oh, it's an improvement.
It's good.
So Barry looks on and goes, oh, wait, is your friend okay?
I think friend's a bit of a over-exaggeration.
He really is. He really is. He does this all the time. He's a brave, strong man in search of new experiences.
Oh, really? Hang on, let me get my book out. He gets his book and starts scribbling something down. This is good. Yes, this is good.
Alarak, watch. I will drink the last one.
No.
Simple.
Perhaps you should offer it to the professor.
Hey, what?
Is that wise? He looks so frail.
I will have
Professor,
you know.
do you want one of these?
What is it? I'm
Best-
enjoying my ale.
Best not. I mean, we are tasked with protecting him.
Yes, so we should give him
he might
even more
need
than
his
one.
poop-
He's our
He
employer.
might need his poop tent.
He's an adult. He can make his own decisions.
Excuse me, am I supposed to be drinking something? What's going on, huh? Who are these
it's
people?
ice whiskey, Professor. It will help you feel cooler.
I see. Well, hand it over then, young man.
I bring it over, kind of holding my tummy a little bit.
Gonna
You
watch
sort
him
of-
for like any signs of deception. Like, has he tried to poison that shit?
And I as I get closer, of course, I stand straight, put my shoulders back, take on the airs of healer's calm once more, and here you go, Professor, in my best and most eloquent, and I bow.
All right, thank you. Let's see. Yes. Oh, I think this is a Firestorm whiskey. Oh, I had enjoyed this in my youth. Well, wait 1 minute. How's it go? A little tune. 1, 2, 3. Off we go and see the fire whiskey gypsy and enjoy it for tea. Yes, that's it. Oh, the youth. Oh, yes, it's excellent. Here we go. Boom.
And he sculls it in one hit. He sort of
That is
sways unsteadily.
quite the
Goes,
song.
Oh, wow. It's a bit stronger than I remember. I think I might sit down a bit. Thank you.
and he sort of collapses to the chair.
Oh.
That
Anyway,
was
yes,
very
that was nice.
impressive
Thank
to
you.
see.
So,
I-
Felicity, do you have any rooms here?
Felicity looks up and goes, Yes, we've got quite a few rooms if you want to take a room for the night, yes?
Maybe something worth thinking about as I look back to the professor and kind of gauge how steady he's on his feet.
Do you think we should take him with us to the tower?
What time of day is it? At the moment?
It's getting close to lunchtime.
Oh, it's only lunch. Yeah,
Yeah,
bit
it's
of,
just lunch.
we can walk this one off. How far is the tower? Like an hour away, or right outside the town?
Felicity looks at Alarak and goes, yes, it's probably about 2 hours walk or so, I think.
Ah, he'll be fine.
Do we need a key?
Key for what? Key for what? Oh, sorry. Yes.
I thought I heard the young fellow over there who sings so lovely.
Did you? Sorry, like Illyria full interrupts and goes, yes, he definitely said they stop people from going inside the tower and make sure no one goes there.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. We should go
Like
there.
a key?
That's what I was thinking. I like the. You know what, Professor? I think we're going to get along. I like this. We should definitely investigate this tower immediately.
Exactly.
Just a little more subtlety, maybe.
Why exactly wasn't he with you at the start?
Pointing to Alarak.
I mean, he seems like the perfect gentleman here.
I know,
Deal
right?
with this guy.
I told you we are solution architects, and we architected the solution of having Alarak be here even before we knew this was our destination. That's what we do.
You guys are good.
Make a deception check.
Here we go.
Now, does he get disadvantage for being drunk as shit?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
my
actually,
constitution.
disadvantage.
My constitution was I sucked back that fire.
No,
Okay,
okay.
sure.
So it's an 8.
I can do.
It's a roll
I
of
meant
That's
the
fine. We'll
professor.
go
I
with a
didn't mean
straight.
your party. I meant the professor.
Oh yeah, the professor too. Yeah.
So he looks to you and goes,
Oh, I think you're pulling one over me. Yes.
Then how else do you have that in
I
my
just keep
presence?
stumbling because I don't know how to respond.
and then he slaps you on the back and goes,
Right. Well, are we heading off?
Oh, all right. I
I'm
guess
good.
we can go.
Yes. No. I
Mhm.
mean, are we staying the night?
Gosh, no.
It's only afternoon, isn't it?
It is. Yes. It's not even midday. I don't think.
Well, I would plan on having a spot of lunch and we can depart.
That's a good idea. Young lady,
Fantastic, Riku.
Felicity, I think it is. Yes. Could we get the meal of the day? That bread smells delicious.
Oh,
and she
yes,
nods.
absolutely.
Extra butter, please.
She nods and heads out the back. About 15 minutes later, she comes out with a plate for each of you. It has a nice wedge of cheese, a lovely fresh cooked sourdough, a few slices of bread with butter on it, and some home cooked meats. They look a bit like Silverside.
So
She,
no,
she,
no rat as we used to.
no rat, certainly no rat. And she
Oh, man.
nods, puts the plates down, and goes, "Enjoy."
Oh,
Thank you.
That smells lovely.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it's not rat, but I guess it's edible.
Would you like me to cut yours in the shape of a rat? Would that help?
It's not the same.
You sure? It would kind of be fun.
He doesn't.
Could you actually
There's
make it
always
look like a
your
rat?
own food.
He doesn't cook those rats either.
Oh dear. Well then, I'm just going to look down and focus very hard on my sourdough and extra butter.
Alarak, you see, over here where we come from,
Mhm.
this is what civilized people eat. I was trying to tell you for years.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't taste anywhere near as good.
Wait, how long have you two known each other?
1, 2, 3. I think 3, almost 4 years now.
And you're still only work acquaintances?
Well,
I was
he
talking about
says
Jace.
that, but he saved my life more times than I can count.
And you know what? Enjoying the eating of rats makes you a solutions architect for the waste of the cities of the future.
I like that. And no, well, Barney and I, we're good friends. We're good friends. It was
It's just Jace.
Jace. Yeah, just
I
Jace.
see.
It's Jace out of earshot.
He's talking up Felicity at the moment.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
good.
flirting. He's flirting like to no end. In fact, here we go. Alrighty, Mr. Jace, how's he doing?
A roll?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
damn.
A dirty
Oh.
20.
Perform a
Oh.
lovely 20 there.
I think it might
So-
be a long lunch for Jace.
So you certainly notice that he is doing quite a good job with chatting up Felicity, and he seems to have got onto a stream of thought that she enjoys. That she wants to go out and visit the world, but unfortunately her father is in his twilight years, and so she has to stay and look after him. And
You see
he
that,
starts-
Barney? You see how he didn't act as though he couldn't afford the beer? That's the first step. That's why he's doing well.
I'm learning. Strange, but okay.
Jace is becoming a character like with a woman in every port almost at the moment.
Yep, for
So
sure.
until he meets a woman who's absolutely not interested in him at all.
Alarak, when he sleeps, let's cut his hair.
I think that might be the source of his powers. We can definitely find out.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? If you cut half of it off, he has to make the decision the next day whether or not to cut it all
Yes.
off or leave it like that.
I
Wow.
think that would be lovely.
The true evil.
Yeah, I've got that written down in my swear word book too.
We need to come up with a name for that.
It's the half haircut trick, half haircut prank.
But it needs to sound dirtier.
The ham wallet.
I thought that was something else entirely.
That is usually
That's-
something else.
That's why it's so funny. And but perhaps we should table the ham wallet and head to the tower.
Yes, let's.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Jace, come on, we're going. Jace, hurry up.
He heads over, kind of his head. He doesn't. He's not dejected at all. He just walks over with an air of whatever flirtiness, nonchalance.
He's humming a nice happy tune to himself.
Yeah, and giving us all inspiration.
Right, off we go to that wonderful fabled Don Vito Tower. Yes.
He's a bit
Yes.
unsteady on his feet.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, let's go. Riki, can you
Let's
hold on to me,
stumble out.
please?
Yes, and I mean, I'm equally small. I was going to say I'm very small, but I'm equally of a height with the professor, so we kind of wander off into the hills together.
Have I ever told you, Riki, how beautiful you look in the afternoon sun?
And this is where you're friend zoned for a long time, permanently. And no, Professor. I remember that time you told me I reminded you of your daughter.
Oh, yes. Wait. Oh, right. Anyway, moving on.
He sort of steps away from you a little bit, and he stays quiet for a little while. Okay, so the journey to the tower takes about 1 hour from the village. Most of the journey is through cultivated farmland. However, the final trek up the hill is through a small forest. The terrain is quite rocky, and the old overgrown path is difficult to follow at times, but eventually you get to the base of the tower. The ground of the tower is set into the hill. The ground floor of the tower is set into the hill, with the entrance into the tower a carved channel of up to 8 feet high, in some places leading to a doorway approximately 7 feet high and 10 feet wide. In the doorway sits 2 large wooden doors with some sort of bracing placed across the entrance. So Felix walks up and goes,
Well, I think it's Alarak. Yes, Alarak. You could probably deal with that, couldn't you?
Yeah. Just give us a moment. Just start flexing and then start tearing off those braces, I guess.
Right. Off you go.
So as you get closer, you notice that the bracing that's been set up is being stopped. It's been set up to stop you from entering, obviously, but it was done about a while ago, and the wood bracing has started to rot. So can I get you to make a strength check, or it'll be a strength check, please.
I'm happy to help if he needs it.
It's not
Pretty rotten?
difficult. It's quite rotten, and with a loud cracking noise, the bracing shatters in his hands, and he looks quite spectacularly strong at that point there.
Damn right I do.
And the doors, which were being held up by the bracing at that point, one of them just collapses to the ground. You sort of dodge out of the way, and it makes a loud crash as it hits the ground to the side of you.
After you. I'll say to the group.
Excellent. Well done. I knew I hired you for a reason. Good.
And he sort of starts to stride confidently into the tower.
Oh, hang on a second. Maybe someone else should go first.
Perhaps
Jace?
we paid?
Yes. Who? I mean, I could go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or you could choose.
Oh, I'll be the brave one. I'll walk in.
Jace will put his hand in front of your chest, Alarak, and he'll be like, "Let me go first."
Okay, I will allow Jace to take the lead on this.
So he will, I think he's going to stealth his way forward.
Okay, make a stealth check.
See, that's smart. I was just going to stroll confidently in.
Oh, wait, Jace is going first. Sorry, I thought it was a bunny. Okay, Jace is making a stealth check.
8.
So that's an 8 with a roll of 3. So he starts slinking in, and as he gets towards the fallen door, he steps on it thinking it's completely lying flat on the ground, and it makes a large clattering noise as he steps on it, and he winces in pain, but continues moving forwards. So you make your way into the bottom floor of the tower. Your footsteps kick up a layer of dust that rests on everything here. This floor is in disarray, tables destroyed, bookcases ruined.
Any footprints other than ours before we get in?
Make a survival check.
Okay, just a second. Oh, isn't it just Jace inside right now?
No, Alarak is doing a survival check. You can't see any footprints.
If it's humans, I believe I get advantage.
Okay. Roll
Tracking.
again then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a look around, a quick look around, and you do notice a few animal tracks, but nothing larger than probably small size.
So no one's been here for quite a while then. Okay, good to know.
Is there anything around that doesn't look destroyed? Looks like, I don't know, still perfect.
Oh, I'm just going to share the image first.
What about the books?
Just hold on a second.
Those animal footprints, though, they look almost wolfish.
Okay, so we've got Jace ahead. You guys can move yourselves back if you want at the moment. But that's the floor that you can see at this point in time.
Hmm. So,
what were the questions again? Firstly, I think it was Monet.
Yep. Sorry, was there anything that looks like it hasn't been destroyed or touched? Like if you said that everything looks quite old, is there anything that looks a lot newer or like preserved?
Make it. From where you are at the moment, it's a bit hard to see too much, but you can make a perception check to see to look for that from where you can see at the moment. So a roll of 13. So you have a look around from where you can see just through the doorway, and no, it all seems to be quite old and destroyed.
Is it so? Looking inside though, it's not dark inside. Like there's light coming in through the windows and whatnot.
No, this is actually below ground level, so it is almost pitch black darkness. So unless you have dark vision, you're going to have trouble seeing anything in here.
Okay, Jace does have dark vision. So when Jace looks around the corner and he sees the spider webs and that, does he notice anything about those spider webs?
Make a nature check.
Dum-da-dum. That is a 13 plus 1, 14.
Okay. You study the spider webs. They seem to look to be not particularly big, like made from large spiders that you've heard about in history books. They're just small cobwebs. There doesn't seem to be any spiders situated in the webs at this point in time.
This place is covered in spider webs. What should we do?
Stay out of them?
So
Jace
goes and touches one of the spider webs.
Okay, you have to move closer.
He gives it a flick.
So that's the door that's open. He goes up and flicks a spider web. It sort of just breaks away like a normal spider web.
I think we're going to be okay. And so he'll continue. So he whispers that back to the guys, and then he stealths his way back inside to that point, looking around.
I'll be following stealthed.
And testing the floorboards with his toe as he moves, trying to avoid the creaky ones.
Can I get you to make a stealth check as well, please, Alarak?
Jeez.
So Jace has already stepped on the door that's collapsed and made a horrible noise. Alarak just comes stomping in, oblivious to everything, and does a horrible job of keeping the noise down.
It's this chain loincloth. I'm sorry.
Bobani lights a torch.
May as well.
Torch flickers to life, illuminating the nearby area.
Now that Jace and I are a bit further in, I'll sort of wave the other guys in. It looks safe-ish, I think. What are these holes in the floor, though? Are they actually just holes to the lower level?
So these floorboards have seen better days. There is a bit of damage, possibly wood rot and such. And it's a bit of a hole, but it doesn't go down too much further, probably about 2 or 3 feet to a stone, to the bedrock of this hill.
Right. So there's not a. I'd probably have to get up to close to see. There's not a level below. Okay.
No, there's no level below from what you can tell. Just seems to be up.
Lyria?
I was just going to see if
It's
anyone
safe.
has, detect magic or anything like that.
Oh, that would be useful.
Wouldn't
Bobani
it?
he just shouts, "Oh, how does it look in there?" As
Come
loud as he
closer, and you'll see.
Dark.
Jace will probably climb up on top of the table to try to get a better look from a little bit higher up.
Make a acrobatics check, please.
Ooh, natural 1 plus 4 is 5.
Right, so Jace confidently starts striding up to on this table, and the table creaks and groans and then shatters, with him losing his footing and tumbling to the ground. And he smacks his head on the floor, taking 3 damage. 3 bludgeoning damage.
Silly Jace.
Does his hair come out, by the way?
Yeah.
No, the hair cushioned more damage. So he lands on the ground there.
Are there any
Sorry.
books? Are there any? You mentioned bookcases before. Are there any books or anything lying around?
Make a perception check. You're not inside, so it's a bit hard to see from where you are. If you want to get a better look, you'd have to.
Well, I'm a bit further inside now. Yeah, can I have a look around?
Yes, we wander in very cautiously,
Yes.
considering that Jace's antics haven't appeared to rouse any attacks. So we just wander in very carefully and have a look around. So is it
Okay.
a perception check?
Perception, yep. And if you can call out your rolls so that people who listen to this on podcast can actually hear them.
Well, Riki rolled a 5, so she's fairly certain that she's indoors, but she's not quite entirely sure.
So Riki walks
Valeria's
into.
not much better at a 7.
Riki walks in and is too focused on looking around the whole room and doesn't pick up on the fact there's a spider web right next to her, and she sort of like walks into the spider web at that point, and her hair is covered in spider web, and so she's way too distracted with the web to get a good view on anything. Illyria has a look around, and while there seems to be bookcases, it's hard from her location to see if there's any books inside them from where she is. I'll point out where the bookcases are in a second.
Were there any spiders in the spider web?
No one's seen a spider yet.
That's a shame.
I like how it says
Jace-
yet. It means Shelob's about to come out from the ground.
Alright, it's a little terrifying. Oh,
So-
by the way, I have forgotten about the presence of Bindi, my little squirrel friend, who's currently tucked away quite safely in the backpack.
Excellent. So those are the two bookcases that you can see.
Covered with spider webs, of course.
So,
What's-
just
What's
again,
the worst that can happen?
no one has
Before-
detect magic.
Before Alarak moves off, though, Wobani kind of puts his hand to his mouth, and he kind of shouts towards Alarak. Not really shouts, but he's like, Alarak, this adventure stuff is a lot more scary than grifting.
Yes, tell our employer we're grifters. Mhm. Yep. Good joke, Wabani.
Yeah,
I'll
I
sort of-
thought it was very amusing.
Ilona sort of just gives like a ha sort of response. Definitely not a me.
Jace picks himself up from the ground. And he gets up, and of course he does it with a flourish. As if he intended everything.
Riki goes to clap, but then stops herself.
Alright, nothing but books here. We going upstairs?
What books are there?
Yeah, when you say nothing but books, I wander over and have a closer look.
Okay. You will have to get closer to where those arrows are pointing.
Jace moves to look off to the south.
Okay, so you see there's more damaged floorboards to the south and more spider webs. Nothing of interest sticks out.
Of course, that means jump over.
Can I have a bit of a look around at this point? Perhaps, see if I can perceive anything terrifying or dangerous?
Yes, you can make a perception check.
Okay, that one was a bit better. It was a 15.
Okay, so you have a look and you examine the bookcase nearby. Anything of value seems to have been taken out of this bookcase. It's quite empty and heavily damaged. You get the feeling that this first floor might have been ransacked by whoever came here before.
Oh, Harold. Harold, the cheeky explorer.
Meanwhile, from the doorway, you hear Professor go,
Have we found anything yet? Any dangers? Can I come in? Hello?
No, Professor, you stay back. Do you need a light?
No, I'm quite good.
and a light suddenly flashes on from his walking cane.
Should be
Oh,
quite
good.
fine, Professor. That doesn't look like there's anything on this floor.
It's completely safe. You should come in, and yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Right, well, I'll just enter here. The door. Oh, Jace, you seem to be bleeding on the head there. What's happened?
He's fine. Don't worry about him.
Well, I mean, aren't you the medic here? Shouldn't you be caring for your team?
He needs to get a little bit more bumped before I intervene.
I see. Well, right. So
Upstairs, then?
I should probably have a look around here first. Let's see.
He sort of walks over to there and goes,
Yep, nothing there. Right, over here. Let's have a look around. Nope, nothing here. Yes, I think upstairs. That's a great idea. I came up with that, didn't I?
Yes, you certainly did, Professor.
Excellent, excellent. Well, onwards and upwards. Ah, yes. Oh.
So the stairs to the north heavily damaged, and it would be quite difficult climbing those. But the stairs to the south are in much better shape.
South, then?
Then we should go up the south ones, unless they look like they go to different places. Or is it sort of leading to the same balcony, or...
Make an intelligence check.
Oh. Can't it be a strength check?
Not to work something out like that.
Gosh.
You have no idea. They could go to the same place. They could go to... This is a wizard's tower. This could go to a different portal. Different dimension.
This is very true. I reckon we should each go up. See if they go up different places.
All right. Well, would you like to take the north steps then? And I'll take the south.
Okay.
I keep thinking of David Bowie in the Labyrinth. You remind me of the Babe.
Malaria is carefully going to take the south stairs.
Well,
Okay.
Bonnie's going to look under this table real quick.
Roll a perception check and a athletics check for you, Alarak, to climb the stairs on the north.
That's more like it. Athletics. This I can do.
11 perception.
This I could normally do.
Gosh.
Oh,
That was an actual one with a 7.
So we'll cover Wabani first. You look underneath the tower, and there's something that is glimmering underneath the table. There's something that's glimmering on there, but after closer inspection, you realise that it's one of Jace's errant hairs that has come off his head.
I didn't realise he was
Glowing.
that shiny. Is he really super shiny?
That's incredible, Jace. I am impressed that your hair does that.
You know, it's the kind of hair product you put into it.
I would never know. I haven't had a hair my entire life.
I should really show you the product I use sometime.
Is it
Quite
the
all
hundreds?
right.
Is it the 100 strokes of hair brushing you do before bed each night?
That's none of your concern. He looks rather embarrassed.
Oh,
Look, I get all my hair products from Shifty Eyed Pete. He does more than pies. Okay, so right on to the natural one for athletics climbing stairs. So you start managing to climb the stairs, and you pick out what you feel is the best path forward. But once you reach here, the stair crumbles underneath your feet, and you desperately try to catch on to something, but it's too difficult, and you start tumbling down to the ground. Can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw? See if you
Sure.
can limit your damage.
Oh, that's 4 for plus 1, 5.
So you bounce down the stairs without any ability to slow yourself down, and then you hit the ground, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you whack your chest and shoulder into the hard wooden floor.
Did I see this?
Yeah, you would have seen it. You would have certainly heard it. You'd heard the boom.
Well, Bonnie will rush up and Alarak, are you okay?
Yeah, just fine. And I'll stand up with a flourish as though I meant to do that.
And
Maybe those stairs are a little bit uneven. We should probably take the southern ones.
just
Sounds like a plan.
1 second, Alarak, let me just quickly apply this bandage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like this bandage now, or do you think you'll be okay?
Oh, I should be all right.
Oh, if you say so. And Jace is pissed off because Tobani tried to heal him. Alarak didn't heal him.
It's just, it looks like he's slightly bruised.
in the most chivalrous fashion possible, he's like, "You are the bottom of a wine glass," which is really, really insulting. And he looks to Riki to see if Riki writes it down.
I do. I quite like it. It's poetic and beautiful.
And he smiles. He feels better.
As this is happening, Illyria heads up the southern stairs, and they seem to be quite stable and easy to traverse. So I'm happy to navigate to the next floor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just one moment.
Jace thinks about his words and he's like, "Riki, I think maybe, how about the bottom of a rice pan?"
Oh, you know what? I'll write that one down too.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, we got fog of war. That means trouble.
It does not.
It could mean... No, it does. It means trouble.
Okay. So the first floor of the tower seems to be slightly better preserved from what you can see, but it's a bit hard to notice it at the moment because you can't see around the corner. So who wants to duck their head around first?
Wait, Illyria. I'm concerned if it's quite dark up there. Perhaps I'm interfering with your dark vision. Maybe I should go down a couple steps.
Bravely lead from behind, yes. I'll take a peek around the side.
You people that can see in the dark. That's unfair.
Oh, I'm sure there's other advantages.
So you'll have to get up a little bit closer, Alarak, to peek around the side.
Sure.
And that's when you see the beholder. Wait, no.
Brazenly walks into the open. Pachoo!
Still hold on.
I am still trying to be quietish, but I don't think we've done too well so far. I think we've sort of announced our presence.
Yeah, any attempt at stealth is going to be quite difficult. So, as the first floor of the tower seems to be slightly better preserved, it has seen it has not seen any ransacking, from what you can tell, but has still fallen down in some areas. There is some furniture, along with material or fabric scattered across the floor. This floor is also covered in a thick layer of dust with a collection of cobwebs in places.
The lack of ransacking makes me nervous.
Yeah, this is... Stay back, Professor. This could get dangerous.
Okay, I'll stay here with this lovely Wabani fella. Tell me a tale, Wabani.
I'm not a coward.
And I would sort of say to the others who are near me, no one's been up here? Could be trouble.
Do you see any footsteps, Alarak?
That's a good question. Do I... No, there's none. I thought,
No.
there was no signs of anyone. Yeah.
Lots of dust, no footsteps.
Might try and
Does any
get
of
a
the
better...
dust look disturbed at all? I move forwards.
So I'll just reveal, since you get to there, you get able to see the rest. If you have a look around, it certainly doesn't look like the dust has been disturbed, although you can make a perception check to have a closer look.
As we walk, does the dust get disturbed?
I think that's an 11.
Yes, definitely as you walk, the dust does get disturbed.
Can I look up at the ceiling? Is there anything on the ceiling?
So the ceiling is, from your point, it's quite a distance. It's probably about 20 or it's probably about 30 feet. Whereas for Alarak and Illyria, it's a little bit lower. The ceiling is made of the same wooden floorboards of the floors that you had traversed at this point in time. Is there something in particular you're supposed to be looking for?
No. I just think that Riki's fairly young and enthusiastic, but she's been around long enough to know that most trouble comes from higher than her being so short.
Wise words.
Feeling, yeah, what's giving me the heebie-jeebies is this huge collection of cobwebs under whatever is here in the this center table-looking thing.
It's
It almost
spiders.
looks like scratches.
Don't be a wuss, Alarak. You can step on them.
They can get pretty big.
Really? Back where you come from, the spiders get big.
Oh, they're huge, the size of dinner plates.
I mean, Wabani could technically step on the spider of any size, but it would really decrease the amount of damage if the spider was 10 times his size.
Well,
So you're heading-
he hears those words and he's like, in his head, he's like, 2 + 2. No. What?
A spider the
not
size of a
making
giant
sense.
horse would be hard to squish, right?
Hard, not impossible.
There's always fire.
So you're heading in, is that correct, Alarak?
Oh yeah, he basically called me a coward. I have to.
As you enter the room, the vision of a derelict and damaged floor shimmers, then begins to fade away. In its place, a glimmering and pristine library appears instead. Bookcases cover all the useful surfaces of this chamber, and the arcane enchanted torches shed light at appropriate places along the walls. Within the chamber, you see a robed man leaning over a desk and writing in a piece of parchment. After a moment, he raises his arms in triumph and then moves to a faintly glowing arcane circle. He sets down a few candles around the arcane circle. Then with a flick of his wrist, they light up and blaze brightly. He then steps back and starts to read from the parchment. You cannot hear what the man is saying, but you can guess that it's some sort of ritual. As he reads the parchment, the light of the circle starts to grow brighter and then takes on a sickly purple color. The man stops and looks worried, then hurriedly puts the parchment down and starts looking through a book that he produces from his robes. No matter what he does, though, the arcane circle remains just as bright and then starts to warp and twist. All of a sudden, the creature most horrid and unimaginable appears in the circle. It is an amorphous blob of oozing red flesh, a multitude of reptilian eyes that move on their own accord, and finally, copious amounts of large orifices filled with razor-sharp teeth. A horrible wail emanates from the mouth of this beast, and it takes all your willpower not to cover your ears. This creature sees the robed man and lunges towards him. The man shrieks and turns to run away, only to trip on the nearby carpet. He falls prey to the abomination's hunger as it moves up and starts to consume the poor fellow. His shrieks are quickly cut off and you cannot see him anymore. Just then, a bright light bursts forth from the arcane circle and travels upwards, passing through the ceiling, but you have no time to think about this, as the creature you see starts to move in your general direction.
Yeah, nah. I'm turning around just a sec. Are the others still following behind, or have I entered like another dimension where they can't, where they don't exist?
So everybody, well, you're certainly seeing it. The other people seeing sort of a weird sort of image that is slowly changing for them. So they're kind of seeing it as well.
Yeah, nah. That's. I'm having none of this, Professor. There's some magic nonsense going on. Do you guys want to come up here and help me with this thing?
So just hold on a sec. I will share you the new map. I will think this is probably a good time to go for our 5-minute break before we roll initiative. So I'll just switch that over in a second.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. As you can see, I've brought up a new map and the arcane circle for everyone here. Or actually, I probably just should summarize what's happened so far. The party has made it to the Don Vito Tower, and they have explored the ground floor. They're up on the first floor now, and it seems to have brought them back to a image of the tower at its height, and a strange abomination has appeared in an arcane circle and consumed the poor robed man who was summoning it. So, can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Okay.
That's a natural 20 for Alarak for 21.
Riki's rolled 6 for 9.
10 for
Jace
Lyria.
has rolled an 8, and Wobani's a 13.
And Mene?
No, 10 for Lyria.
10 for Lyra. Okay. With that, we have Alarak up first. What do you do?
Okay, guys, this doesn't look good. How far away is... Okay, I want to try and remember where those floor that were broken... Before this changed, there was holes in the floor. I want to try and remember where those were so I don't step in them.
Make an intelligence check.
That's a 2 for -1 for 1.
This glowing arcane light is befuddled your senses, and you have no idea.
Okay, I'll go up 30 feet then, and ready my action to attack it when it comes within range.
Okay, so just to let you know, these bookcases that are in the center are actually only chest high, so you can look over them, and they're a good use of cover. Whereas the bookcases just to the left of Alarak, along the wall at head height, and the bookcases. The bookcases there are also chest height.
Okay, so these are more like desk ones in the middle of the map. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So the professor is going to feebly hide downstairs and not do anything. Oh, except he turns to Wabani and goes,
Well, do your job. Go on, Wabani.
I got you, Professor. I got you.
Oh, come on, Professor. Surely you know some buffing spells.
So, and these bright lights, I mean, I see these bright lights, right?
oh yeah, this...
So
This
I will
scene has-
absolutely drop my torch, leave it where it is, and I will run across to here.
Okay.
My action is to dash.
All right, so the creature, after consuming that poor fellow, turns to see the newcomers and moves towards Alarak. So it moves up towards you, Alarak, and as it moves over the carpet starts to writhe and wriggle. This is some sort of horrible creature, and as it goes over the carpet starts to writhe and wriggle, similar to the movements of this blob. It looks to you with its many eyes, Alarak, and then you hear this horrible spitting noise, and a small globule of itself seems to fly towards you and land right next to you. So it's going to use its spittle spawn.
Because that's its own spawn, it's part of itself, does that count as the trigger to be able to attack it?
So, what do you mean? To attack what?
Because I had the held action.
No, that's fine. When it lands next to you, you do get a hit on it.
Great.
So it's a smaller version of the creature to the north of you. It lands in front of you, and as it hits the carpet, you're able to take a swipe at it.
Fantastic. There's
And
a
you hit
10
it.
for 16. All right. 12 damage.
So you cut it down right in front of you, and it doesn't manage to do anything else. It sort of just melts into the floor.
Very nice.
Okay, it spits. Stay back, guys.
Illyria, you're up.
We're going to take a few steps in towards it. Well, view range and then cast Firebolt.
So it's a bit hard here. You'll have -2 to your attack because it's behind the bookcase, the chest height bookcase.
Is it smaller than chest height?
You can see some of its mass above the bookcase, so you can target it, but it's harder to hit.
Right, that's fine. So -2.
Yeah.
Well, that was a miss.
So the firebolt slams into the bookcase in front of it, and it starts to smolder slightly. Riki.
Okay, so I think Riki can manage to move. She'd need to kind of... She can't quite get into the room, I don't think, can she?
Yeah, it'd be a bit hard to actually see.
Okay, so she's just managed to get around the corner. She's scrambling to see what's going on, and she desperately wants to help, but she knows she can't quite get far enough this time. So she moves that distance, and then she casts Mage Armor on herself.
Okay. I think you already have it on.
It must have still been on from last time. I haven't cast it today.
Okay, well, the effect's there, so we'll just run with that effect for now. That's cool.
Okay, and I'll just cross off a level 1 spell.
Jace.
Jace will drop his rapier and pull his crossbow from his side and come racing up around the corner, and seeing what's there, he says, "Wobani, grab me!" So I don't know if you're going to let this happen. So what he wants to do is come up to the side of Wobani, and with his last bit of movement, Wobani just bends a little bit so he can get up onto his back, and then he's going to fire his crossbow.
Okay, so get Wobani to make an athletics check, and Jace to make a acrobatics check.
It's up to you. If it's going to cost an action.
No. He's sort of, Wobani is not doing too much, but he's sort of standing there trying to hold Jace up as he starts climbing on him.
Wobani rolls a 19 for his athletics, and Jace, his acrobatics is 6. 2 plus 4, 6. Damn you, Jace.
So he starts to climb up, and Wobani does his best to hold him, but the image of him falling off the table downstairs flashes through his eyes, and he wobbles precariously. He can make his shot, but it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Let's let her rip. Here we go.
It's also at -2 too as well.
Oh, and at -2 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So then that would be 15.
A 13. A 15. I think that still hits though. Yep, it hits.
So because he hits, he at the time that he was bardic inspirations and puts psychic blades on his weapon to make it a magical attack.
Okay.
I think he's got that set up correctly.
Make sure you target him though. You're not targeting him at the moment.
Oh. Because Wobani's targeting. on, Jace. I double-clicked you. There we go. And there it is.
Whoa,
Nice.
Well done.
So the bolt flies true and catches it above at the top portion, and it sort of wobbles and sort of deformed slightly, but is still present.
And of course, Jace does a little flourish as he's done.
Alarak, it's your turn next.
Okay. I'll go up the. Can I hit it from there? It's kind of hard to, because it's midway between the squares there.
Maybe if you were midway between those two squares. What does it say when you target it? Because it should give you a distance.
10 feet. There we go.
Then that's fine.
Yeah. But I don't want to be anywhere near this, so I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike. Give myself advantage on this attack. And what does that do? An extra 1d8. 1 second. I have to target myself for this first, don't I?
I'm not sure with Zephyr Strike, but yep, okay. If you're doing additional damage, yeah.
And then do my hit.
Oh, it hits.
15.
Nice. So you
And
strike
then-
down. Sorry, and then
Yep.
you step back, do you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I can, with Zephyr Strike, I can walk back 30 feet.
Okay.
Stuff then next to that guy.
So you strike down hard with your glaive and then step back. You carve off a large chunk off the blob, and it sort of melts into the floor, but there's still a portion of it left.
Question, when I got close, is that carpet round it writhing the same even? Is it getting worse? It was about the same.
It's about the same, but you didn't step towards the carpet, so you weren't affected by it.
Yeah, guys, maybe don't step on the carpet near it. And that's the turn.
Can I get also to make you get you to make a perception check, please?
Sure. Uh, 18?
So you noticed as you got closer to the arcane circle that it seems to be starting to get bright again. It sort of got bright for a second. That's when that thing was summoned, and then it dulled a little bit, and it started to get brighter again.
And I don't know about finger wiggly magic nonsense, but that arcane circle's glowing. Might be more coming?
Not a
We
good
break it?
sign. Never a good sign.
Are there any candles or anything that we can disrupt to disrupt the circle?
There's candles around the edge of the arcane circles.
Okay. Well, Bani will basically take a running long jump to jump up on top of the shelves.
Okay.
And when he gets up to the top, he will try to do a Toll the Dead on the...
Okay. So that'll be still at -2 because it's hard up against that
Yep.
other bookcase.
Poof!
Saving throw. Okay. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's the toll sounds around the creature, and it wobbles and fails its saving throw. So you're able to deal damage. And that's 11.
Damn.
Oh,
Not
the
sure why
minus
it's-
2. The minus 2 came into effect this
I'll
time.
add up to that.
Okay.
Okay.
11 damage with a Toll of the Dead. He
All right.
still stands.
So it starts moving up again. and it releases another globule. This time, it aims for Jace.
Oh no, not Jace.
No, not Jace. Totally not Jace.
We don't cope when he gets damaged.
So it lands right next to Jace, and the carpet around the creature starts to writhe and coil, just like the other creature. And the carpet it is on is writhing and coiling as well as it gets closer to you, Alarak. It's not quite the warped carpet is not quite close enough to you yet.
Mm-hmm. So is it this warped carpet? Is it only where it's been, or is it in front of it as well, like the whole area?
Make a perception check.
Uh, 20, not natural.
It looks to be that it's only around itself. It seems to warp the fabric of space-time around itself.
And the fabric of the carpet. Got it.
Yeah.
When this small mutated horror, though, just real quick question. When the small mutated horror landed in front of Jace, will you allow him to say 2 words?
And what words would those be?
My sword!
Sure, that he's left on the stairs off elsewhere.
Yes.
Illyria's going to leave that for Jace to deal with and go towards the... find that fireball again now that he's out from cover.
Oh,
Fucking awful.
you're having terrible luck tonight.
Yep, that was 10. Not quite enough.
Well, Bonnie just goes,
Oh dear. Well, Riki can see this small mutated horror right in front of her, and she's quite unhappy that it's so close. So she targets it, and she casts... She has a bit of think about it and casts good old magic missile. Okay, and she will have... Sorry, no, you say it. Can I move before I do that, or do I need to cast 3 in succession?
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know that it would play out very naturally.
I don't think so. We'll say that you can't move while you're in mid-cast.
And she can't actually see the
Yeah,
mutated
so
horror.
the last one is fizzles out.
Can she see the circle from here?
Well, you can see probably an edge of the circle, but the bookcases, the chest-high bookcases are making it hard to get a good visual on it.
I'm just wondering if she can get a shot off at one of the candles.
Yes. Let's say you can hit one of the candles.
Okay.
So it doesn't have an attack roll, so it just hits the candle and the candle is snuffed out. The light is still bright. There's a few candles down there. It's more than just one.
Okay, so she's made her spell, but she can move now. So she moves across so she has a better view of the room.
Okay. Jace.
Jace is probably going to... He'll be feeling confident after that last bit, so he is probably going to take another shot with his crossbow at the horror. Anything that I need to do, like any disadvantages or negatives, or is it all
this
good?
one's fine. This is a clear shot.
Okay. 15.
It's a hit.
So he is feeling more conservative. He will just do damage. Ah, good.
So the bolt sinks in, and the amorphous creature sort of melts away. Is he moving at all?
He kind of looks around, and then, kind of just puts the crossbow at his side, and then he kind of just strolls forward, all confident as all can be. You see that?
Okay.
Damn, I'm good.
Okay. As that last one dies and Jace strides forward, the circle explodes with light again, and two of these creatures, one a smaller, one a larger, appear in the circle.
Yeah, damn, you're good, Jace. Well done.
Just hold on a second. There you go. Okay, Alarak, you're up.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Can I vault over this bookcase to get there? Actually, no. I'll try to stay away from that guy. How do I undo that walk? That line.
There you go. Done.
Yeah, I want to get up on the bookcase there. Just there.
Okay. So you easily jump up onto the bookcase. Can I get you to make an acrobatics check? Because there's some maps on there.
There's
Okay.
a 15.
You your feet slide a little bit, but you maintain a solid foothold.
And I'll just hold action to attack any nasty blob of eldritch horror that gets within 10 feet of me.
Fantastic. Okay. The first one moves up towards you, Alarak. So you get to make your attack of opportunity.
1 second.
Okay.
14 hit.
With a quick swipe, you cleave through it and carve a nice chunk off it, and it sort of melts away slightly. The bookcase sort of melts away slightly. The bookcase is not warping like the carpet is, and it starts to attempt to chow down on you. And hits.
Oh.
And you feel two of the mouths clamp onto your legs, and you feel the needle-like teeth sink in and cut you nastily. And then it sort of turns and spits a small globule towards our good friend Jace.
Just making concentration saves for Zephyr Strike.
Reinforcements.
Okay. So this one lands right next to Jace, and the carpet starts to writhe and crawl near him. Can I get Jace to make a dexterity saving throw,
Is that
please?
his turn done?
It will be, but I just want Jace to make
Hello?
a dexterity saving throw.
You guys there?
Can you hear me, Wabani? I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Jesus, I don't know. It keeps dropping. Okay, anyways.
Can I get Jace to make
We heard you for half a second.
Yeah,
Can you
you
get
sort of
Jace to
dropped out
do-
a little bit there. I think you might be having issues with your internet.
Well, yeah, it could be. You wanted Jace to do what?
A dexterity saving throw, please, because the carpet nearby is starting to warp and fold.
Okay. That would be a 23 and 18.
Okay.
Plus 5, 23.
So the carpet starts to form tentacles, and they attempt to wrap around his legs to hold him down, but Jace is too quick and steps back.
Oh, it looks like Alarak is having issues now, so Alarak needs to drop out and drop back into. There we go. You can hear us okay now, TD?
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
Okay, well, Bani is going to stroll across the shelves, and as he's strolling, he will once more target. He will target the one that's bothering Alarak, and he will try to do another toll of the dead. Is that one damaged?
The one in front, yes,
Yeah.
it is damaged.
Okay. So I need to roll that.
D12.
Oh, that bites the big one. And as he does that, I hold my Hunga Manga with my holy symbol, pointing it towards the horror, and speak some words. And then at the same time, I lift up my left hand and point it towards Alarak, and I throw a bonus healing word at him.
Thank you very much.
And you get to spend a healing surge as well. Okay, so the healing energy rushes over you, and you feel almost at full health again. Right, so the smaller mutated horror moves towards Alarak as well.
Oh.
You are the closest person. It bites down at you, but you knock it away with a quick flick of your wrist. Illyria. Are you there, Monet?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can
Yep.
hear you.
Can now.
If I cast Acid Splash at the reinforcements over there, am I going to be right to miss Alarak?
It's just one other target, correct?
I think it's an AoE.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, with two.
We
Within
can.
5 feet of each other. Yep. Alright, cool.
Yeah, so you can target the two and miss.
So Lyria's going to move forwards.
I mean, you can choose to hit Alarak if you want. I'd rather you didn't.
After you just tried so hard.
That's a crit. Crit saving throw. Oh, they both succeed.
What is happening?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Don't. No.
The-
Illyria's just like, what the hell?
I feel like the arcane energies in this building are interfering with your link to the arcane, and anything you do is starts just fizzling out. Riki.
Okay. So, Riki looks carefully at the situation, kind of sums it up and has a bit of a think about it. Pulls and let me just have a quick look.
You guys still there?
So,
Yep.
Riki
Okay.
pulls out a small white rock chip from her backpack and casts Snillock's Snowball Swarm, and then see if she can center the spell, because it has a 5-foot radius sphere. Can you please put one of those together for me so I can just see? Can I center that so it'll hit 2 of those creatures but also take out part of the magic circle?
Yep, you can certainly do that.
Okay, so I would then be targeting both of them and casting that spell.
Go, 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 go. Nice.
One fails,
Another
one succeeds.
19. Gosh.
But I think it's half damage on success,
Yeah, so I just alright, so let's see.
because it's not a cantrip. Alright.
Nice.
So, the chill touch of your flurry of snowballs hits both of the creatures, and one of them perishes, and the blob sort of freezes hard in front of Alarak. The other one seems to shrug off the cold damage. Also, the circle to the north of you flitters out as most of the candles now out.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Is the circle actually gone? Oh, fully?
Well, the circle's still there, but about 3/4
light's
of the
gone?
candles are gone, and the light is
It's still
not
there?
glowing anymore.
Okay,
Fantastic.
so Riki carefully moves forward
Hello?
to be close to
Well, Bunny
Illyria.
can't hear us again.
It's terrible. Tua. I keep
I know.
getting disconnected.
I'll have to see what the heck's going on after this. Jace.
Okay, Jace is going to try, because this guy is right in his face, he can't, and he doesn't have his sword with him. He's basically, can he try to shove the small mutated horror with his foot into the shelf behind him? So basically a shove action, and then he's going to try to take off to the south to go grab his rapier.
It's packed full of books, so there's no real space behind it to move. Although you could take the disengage action.
Would Jace do that? He probably would. He would take the disengage action. So he is going to disengage and basically head for his sword, his rapier.
Okay. With Jace running away, the little horror looks around and decides that Illyria is the closest target. So it starts moving up towards you, Illyria, and the carpet nearby starts to warp, and little tentacles start to grow inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alarak.
That's very
dude.
gross.
Okay. I'm going to move my 30 feet away from it along the bookcase. As I do, I'm going to give it a slap just before I actually get out of range. $17.
So I think you only get that 30 speed of movement once. Like you cast it, you can hold it for 1 minute, but you get your damage and 30 feet of speed of movement once.
Well, I can always just have my 30 movement though. I've still got 30 movement on every turn.
That's true. So you hit it, you deal damage.
Yep.
So you're provoking, eh?
Oh, because the spell, you don't provoke any opportunities for the whole time. That thing lasts the whole time. It's just that damage.
Right.
So, yeah. And then just move the extra 20 feet away.
Excellent. It bravely attempts to follow you. But it can't attack.
Craziness.
Bunny.
All right. I look and I see Illyria to the south and Alarak to the north. And once more.
It failed.
What is going on here?
Can you do the damage? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you again. Oh, Jesus.
The joys of Australian internet.
Oh, man.
Good old
Okay.
NBN.
Yeah, NBN. Lovely NBN fiber. At which point he goes, Alarak, you got it.
Of course I do.
Did I lose you guys?
No. Can you hear us? We can
Okay.
hear you.
Can't hear Alarak.
Yeah, I've got it. Of course I
All
do.
right. So then I jump back down over here.
Okay. Illyria, can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw, please? You are standing there, and you are still struggling with controlling your arcane energies, and your focus is elsewhere as one of the carpet tentacles wraps around your leg and holds you fast. So you're currently grappled, which means you have a movement speed of 0.
Fantastic.
Yep. But you can do everything else, or you can use an action to break free of the grapple. It's up to you. You're not engaged in melee, so you can use your range
might
to
just
stealth.
attack.
Yeah.
And hope it hits. That one, nat 20.
will hit.
Thank God.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Max
damn.
damage. Comes back with a vengeance. You have to describe what happens here.
Illyria does not like being touched, and like her face just changes and then turns around with a fury unseen so far, just fires off.
And the bolt hits the glob in the direct center, and it bursts into flame. And instead of melting away this time, it just seems to evaporate, and the tentacle that was wrapped around her leg is no longer there, so you can actually move now. Are you there, Monet?
Yep.
Did you want to move? Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Riki, you're up.
Okay, so Riki spots the one remaining mutated horror right next to Alarak, and she casts. That one's a little damaged, isn't it? She casts Toll the Dead.
Oh, it succeeds.
That is unfortunate. Okay, so she just stays where she is and curses under her breath a little bit.
Jace.
All right. Jace will go around to the edge. This over here. He'll pick up his rapier, look back towards the professor. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How's it going up there? It sounds like you're having a bit of a trouble.
No problem. All good. And then he went. Oh, that's 30 feet there. I guess picking up the rapier is free action?
It is, yeah.
So he...
But now you have a rapier in your hand and a crossbow.
He dropped his crossbow.
When did he drop the crossbow? You still there, Dagobah?
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So he dropped the crossbow when he picked up the rapier.
Oh, okay. So he's left his crossbow there now, and he's got a rapier.
It's better. Here we go. There you go.
Okay. So he's dashed. He's picked up the rapier and dashed.
Yep.
Alarak, finish this.
Let's tee this up like a golf swing. Oh. It didn't quite work. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Let's run away from it bravely.
So half of it sort of flies off and splats against the wall, but there's still a little bit remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you keep running away from it too easily. It's going to change tact. It's moving up right next to Illyria as the carpet nearby starts to warp and twist again. Wabani. You there, Waban? Oh, he's disconnected. Oh no! Alright, what's his highest level spell? I'll cast that.
It's probably going to be Toll the Dead for
Yeah, I'll get him
bit,
to
isn't
do
it?
Toll the Dead. He sets off. He releases the religious fury, and once again, it succeeds on its saving throw. Illyria, can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw again, please?
Sure. I would love to.
All right. Knowing what's coming this time, you manage to step away and avoid the tentacle trying to hold you to the carpet. However, you are adjacent to it, so you can either disengage or you can attack with a range attack at disadvantage, or you can attack with a melee attack.
I think Illyria at this point does not want to be grappled again and is going to disengage back.
Okay. That's as far as you want to go?
For now, we're hoping it's going to go after Jace.
It will, yeah.
Yep, no, that's good.
Okay, Riki.
Okay. Oh, come on. We are going to cast Toll the Dead because it will work one of these times.
It's been very good with its saving throws. Oh, and
Oh,
natural
gosh.
20 again. This necrotic damage just seems to be washing over it, and it seems to ignore it.
Guys, maybe try a different spell.
Okay, so I don't think... Is Dagobah there? You there, Dagobah? Okay, so Jace decides to nonchalantly walk up to this creature. He has to make a dexterity saving throw first, because he's so close. So he shakes off these tentacles and laughs with such a flippant noise and walks up with his rapier to attack it. And skewers it with it melting away and looks at the rest of the party and goes, "That's how you do it!" Alright, you killed it off. As the last creature dies, this image of a library starts to... The arcane image of the library starts to fade away. And what appears instead is the same floor that you had before.
Oh, that's right. We're going to fall through. I forgot about that. There was a big hole right where Rabani was standing, if I recall correctly.
Nice.
We will see. We will see. Okay, I'll share back that same image. You avoid the hole. Potluck there.
That was close.
Just.
Okay. At the arcane library disappearing, Professor races up the stairs and looks around and goes,
Oh, what happened there? Are you guys okay?
I think we're all fine. What else?
Just a
That
little
was
acid burn.
close call.
Like we're back in time almost.
It's okay, Professor. I think we've learnt some. I've learnt at least one new word.
Oh, what's that?
Squishy flying shit pile.
I think you might have to work on that one.
Oh, I think it's got some nice alliteration happening.
I think the P rather lets it down though.
Squishy soaring shit sack.
Good stay.
That's a bit better. It's a work in progress.
Okay, so as you get a better look at this room, you see that there's the rag that's near Jace. He sort of kicks his feet at it, and it looks to be clothes. And as he kicks away the clothes a little bit, he sort of steps back with a bit of shock on his face.
Oh, it's a skeleton.
I think this might be the what's left of Harold.
Poor guy.
Does he have anything on him? Interesting.
Yeah, I searched the body because I think it's pretty important that we find out whether or not it is Harold and whether or not he would have any valuables that we should take back to his family.
Of course.
Yes, his family.
I hate to interrupt all of you, but I can't see a damn thing. I don't suppose someone will go get my torch.
Well, Professor Norton is shedding some light at the moment, so you can see. You can see him.
Phew, good thing.
So you reckon we went back in time, not a different dimension, different place?
I mean, it was here by the looks of it. You know, like, we already know that something bad happened here.
True. Do these look like the same bookshelves? Just older?
They, yeah, they do, from what you can tell. They're a bit more damaged.
From what we saw, though, Professor, it looked like a ritual gone wrong.
Yes.
Well, unless he was trying to summon horrible red blobs.
And get eaten? Most people don't
Fair
aim
point.
for that.
You've got a fair point. I can't argue that.
So what happened exactly? I was down the stairs. So I mean, when I looked off at the ground floor, it changed to this sparkling entryway. There's no one there at the time, but it was quite interesting.
I bravely led a load of horrible blobs on a chase while the others tried to fire gongs at it.
Right, and I heard a few gongs going on.
It was very successful.
I see. Excellent, excellent. Well, let's have a look. Might examine these bookshelves, see if there's anything of value or interest about this relic I'm searching for. Won't be a moment.
So he walks up to the first and starts looking through it. It's going to take him a little while.
Make yourself at home, people.
So where Alarak is, are these books or just little papers that have been thrown around?
They're old sheets of parchment. You can pick them up and have a look if you want.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Okay. You have a look, and they seem to be written in a language that's certainly not common. What languages do you know?
Common and Infernal? And Orcish? It's never Orcish. I don't even know why they bother, but it's never Orcish.
It's only half Orcish. Sorry.
That's terrible.
Okay. It is not written in Infernal or Common, no.
Okay, I'm super
can go and have a
curious. So Riki goes over and starts having a look through all the papers as well.
Tailor
Okay.
is definitely going to come over and have a look.
Yeah, because this is where the summoning circle was, isn't it? These would be the most interesting ones.
Jace as well will head over there. Because he knows Draconic and Elvish as well.
Okay, so Illyria picks up that this seems to be written in Abyssal. And reading through it, it seems to be a small bit of documentation on planning to summon devils. It's hard to read because most of it is damaged beyond repair, but you see the odd keywords of devil and summoning circle and such. It's about as much you know.
These people were going from stealing lobster money to summoning devils. No wonder they failed. What a bunch of idiots.
Not much of mid-step there, no.
try a bit of murder and arson first, yeah.
Well, no,
So-
there's got to be like a chain of learning that you go through.
Well, maybe
No.
these are baby level demons.
Well, like,
You know, like my first demon
yeah,
summoning?
that's right. My first demon learner books. Do we see any of those around?
How to summon demons
How
for
to
dummies?
summon a demon for dummies.
Demon summoning 101?
My first infernal summoning circle kit.
Demon
Can
summoning
I-
a new?
Can I get Illyria and Riki to make Arcana checks, please? Wow, both fantastic rolls. Okay, both of you think about the monster that actually did appear, and it certainly didn't look like a fiend. It seemed more like it came from a realm that you've read on occasion, which is called the Far Realm, which is usually tentacle horrors and horrible misshapen beasts, not devils and demons.
I just look at Illyria and I say, yes, we can confirm these people truly were incompetent.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over to the professor and let him know what we've just sort of seen or read.
As you walk up to him, he goes. You hear him mumbling, "Go,
Yes, what this is useless. What about this one? Nope. That's nope. They seem to have some sort of obsession with demons and devils. All these books are about this.
Yes, Professor, I'm not surprised. I think we found a attempt at summoning them. Not what we saw, though.
Right. Well, I mean, it's nothing. No information here about the relic I'm seeking. Maybe it's upstairs. Let me have a look around a bit more.
if you're happy to wait, he'll spend the next 10 minutes looking around the room to see if he finds any more information about the relic he's after.
I'm personally happy to wait. It's pretty common for him to try and do that.
I mean, he can pay us for extra time if he'd like. He's our employer.
So he
I've not got anything else on.
He spends about 10 minutes, but he doesn't find anything. He looks quite frustrated.
Maybe we should go to the next level. Hopefully they'll have something there.
Is everyone in a condition to move upstairs?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jace kind of just shrugs it off, like he's ignoring.
Perfectly fine over here.
Jace, you might want to just pick that up over there. Keep dropping your stuff.
Yeah, he heads back to go and grab his crossbow.
He flicks his hair in a particular manner. Can you make an insight check, someone, to see how he's flicked his hair?
That there is a 16.
And a 19 from Alarak. So you certainly notice, both of you notice that we actually rolled with Jace there.
Oh,
He's not
my bad.
inciting himself.
I got the gray dice, and I just think it's
Jason now
Wobani.
knows his own motivations.
I mean,
Great insight into
Oh, it does.
himself.
Insight into oneself is very important.
So
Yeah.
you get the feeling that that actual flick of hair was such that he was a little bit annoyed with your comments on his behaviour during the last combat. It's a bit like reading a cat via its tail. You're reading Jace's behaviour by the way he moves his hair.
Well, I don't want to say things about pointy ears, but maybe this just once.
No, say it. I want to hear it, Bunny. Say it.
You want to also see him get smacked, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Alarak, we're supposed to be friends. Get Jace
I thought
hurt.
we were friends
Don't
as
get
well.
me hurt.
Just
He's the new
FYI.
guy.
Illyria's going to
FYI,
move her hair away from her ear, and you very clearly see a pointy ear.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm just considering. To be honest, Riki looks around at every other member of the party, and there aren't very many people with round ears.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Want to try that again?
I'm sorry.
That's
Damn straight you
better.
are.
I didn't mean to discriminate.
But
Okay,
you did it
round
so
ears.
well.
That's all right. Just buy some fire whiskey next time.
Oh, of course.
Illyria does not look like she did not accept that apology at all. She's like, nope.
I'm
We've
with
got
you.
problems.
Yep.
You discriminated. That's it. Jace will start heading up towards the stairs, and he will try to be stealthy.
Okay.
Right, we're gonna
Make a
follow
stealth
Jace?
check.
Yeah, I'm following as
Wabani's
well.
apologizing.
Nice and sneaky.
Is anyone else being stealthy, or is it
Yes.
just Jace?
18.
Nah, sneaky too.
I'll give it a try.
I'll give it a crack.
Oh, god damn!
It's this chain loincloth, I'm sorry.
Have you considered not wearing it?
Oh, please.
All the
Please.
time.
Please.
Riki's the quietest wizard in all of wizarding. I just
So-
rolled a 20.
Damn, Riki.
Let's go through the stealth checks there. We got an 18 from Jace. We got a 21 from Illyria. We got a 23 with a natural 20 from Riki. We got a respectable 11 from Wabani, and we got a natural 1 from Alarak. So everybody's doing their best. Wabani is not being as stealthy as he could, but everyone else is doing their absolute best walking up these next set of stairs, avoiding the obvious pitfalls of loose stonework and stuff like that. Whereas Alarak is just going clank, clank, clank,
And-
clank. Not
And the
trying
reason
at all.
why Wobani is not quiet is because he keeps turning around and saying to Alarak, "Shh, shh, you're too noisy."
Hey, just a quick question, DM. Are you rolling for the professor also, or is he too far behind?
He keeps back. He knows where the danger is, and it's in front of him.
Not in every horror film I've seen, it's always the guy at the back who gets taken first. Just pointing that one out.
Well, hopefully he doesn't die because he's giving you payment.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
his middle
Yes.
name is Don Vito.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Right, so off to the next level.
Mhm.
One moment as I set it up. It's basically just a little spinning circle as you're loading the next level. So you guys can talk if you want.
I'm really sorry about. I mean, I try not to discriminate against humanoids. I mean, I know it's wrong, and I mean, you can kill a plant and eat a plant, and well, you could kill a horse
rat and eat a rat, yeah.
eat a horse after you cook it, and of course make steaks. But yeah, man, so I never thought. I'm so white.
Where is that going?
Illyria just looks really confused.
Exactly.
The fuck is happening here?
Riki senses the how awkwardly genuine the apology is, and she's willing to let things.
I want
by
an
the
insight
by.
on how genuine it is.
You just need to look at the albino that's walking with you with his alabaster skin, and you can kind of guess that he's been ostracized his entire life.
Has he flushed bright red?
I know he turns more pale.
More pale. Right.
Sure.
You don't need light cast now, then, do you?
You're translucent. Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, we've got the next level up. You can rearrange yourselves if you want, but I thought that would probably be the
Yeah,
similar
no, that's pretty close.
layout.
Yep, taking point as usual. Up we go.
With a confident Jace.
This looks like.
Yes.
Is this the top floor?
Nope,
Okay.
I think there's stairs ahead.
More stairs.
So the function of this level of the tower is hard to ascertain due to it being heavily damaged. Pieces of wood, heavy iron pots, shards of glass, and crumpled pieces of paper lie everywhere here. The stairs lead up to the next floor seem to be caved in, and any further progress beyond this floor will be extremely difficult.
Oh, so these stairs down the south, they're not actually as... They look a lot worse than they do on the map.
That's
But
right,
actually-
yeah.
Okay.
I can't get perfect maps.
It's okay, I forgive you. Might have to... Are there any windows? Like these things on the side of the.
There's small
The far
slits. They're not particularly big, but just hold on a second. I'll
Are they
describe them a little bit.
people-sized?
The ultimate question.
No. Okay, so they have narrow windows which are about 10 centimeters wide.
We can fit a photosnome through.
What? I heard that.
Nothing. Any holes in the roof above us?
There is a couple of holes in the roof above, but it seems to be a heavy bit of debris in those holes. So it's like the ceiling is damaged, but there's stuff that's filled up that damaged roof.
Nah. Oh, I'm stumped. Adventure over, guys, I guess.
I mean, I do have
Jace will
rope.
walk up. He's curious. When he looks down this hole, does he see the floor below?
He looks down, and you do see the floor below. Yes, but as he does walk out, just as has happened before, the ruined floor starts to fade away, and in its place, some sort of kitchen, or more likely a potions lab, comes into view. Several tables are laid out here, and on them are large amounts of potion paraphernalia. A man is working at one of the benches. He seems to be cutting up some vegetables, it seems. Yes, I noticed that as well, Alarak.
Suspiciously healthy for a demon lover.
Just then, a bead of light breaks through the floor and starts to become brighter and brighter. It becomes so bright it is impossible to see. Then all of a sudden, the light has gone, and in its place floats in the air a brain-like entity with slimy tentacles hanging down from it. This brain thing looks at the man working at his bench, and the air shimmers both around the creature and on the food near the robed man. A potato next to the man starts to grow bat-like wings, and then a mouth with sharp teeth. All of a sudden, the potato lunges for the robed figure, and he drops to the ground, blood spurting everywhere as the strike seems to have hit the jugular. More food starts to transform, and then you realize that the creature's changing tact and go for you.
Yep, this is why I'm not a vegetarian. Vegetables are bad for you guys. Told you.
I don't
I
want
would like to
die
point
like
out-
this.
Other animals can also attack you, like all of it. Have you ever tried eating wolf or something? They've got quite sharp teeth.
I mean, I might come from the cold north, but everybody knows that life comes from death.
That's
Death from
comforting.
life.
Yeah, it's really comforting right now.
You know, I'm just pointing it out. Oh shit! Host connection lost.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds just crashed. Just hold on.
Yep, too many maps.
Well, maybe you guys can discuss things while I try and get Fantasy Grounds back up.
Yeah, sure. All right. So we're being attacked by potatoes, guys. You have to come up with some kind of pun for this.
Jace, of course, walks in first because he's this one who's sneaking in. That's why.
Yeah.
Not because of any other reason. And because he was concerned that Alarak was looking like he was going to stumble in there blindly again. He was trying to do the good thing by you.
Riki looks over and at the flying potatoes and says, "Beware the tater twats."
The tater twats.
Who taught you that? Honestly.
I've been hanging around some very naughty people. Well, they told me they were naughty, but I think they were all of 5.
Okay, it's up and running if you guys want to attempt to connect again.
I would suggest before people try to connect that they kill their fantasy grounds before they do that, though.
All right, so we'll just keep yammering on for a couple of minutes.
Oh, no, no, not the
That was pretty
puns.
good.
I guess that's got to go in your book.
More of an insults, not a puns. Insults and dirty things.
Yeah, I tried to build a pun book, but somebody kept burning it while I was asleep.
What a surprise.
What is it with the world and puns?
They're fun.
By the way, just so FYI, I found out why I kept getting disconnected. Every time I turn Tua's mumble assistant into local mute, I lose you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
how curious.
Yeah. Weird.
Double the fun for you instead?
Okay, I think I'm back, but I can't see anyone else.
People are joining. TD attempted to connect and then failed.
Yep, give me 1 second.
And in case you aren't aware of the trick, if you open up your character sheet and you double left click on the right picture of yourself, it'll open up the map, the last map that you're on.
I do genuinely forget that every time, even though I know it.
But it's
Yeah.
showing me as being on the map that's the old map. Okay.
Have you loaded the new map?
Well,
I
that's
have.
when it crashed, right?
I'll share the next one.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
So you should
There
be
it
able to
is.
see it now.
There's the pretty old map. Okay.
So just waiting on TD and...
Yeah, I'm stuck at the character selection screen.
Okay. Just give it a second to kick through.
There we go. Should be all good.
Part of me is genuinely hoping that I get to cast Shatter on a whole load of vegetables, and then it just turns into a big mash.
Oh, I know you can make that happen.
All right. Did we re-roll initiative already?
I don't think anyone's
No.
rolled initiative at the moment.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm going to roll initiative. That would probably be a good idea.
That would be a 12 for Wobani and a 20, a dirty 20 for Chase.
11
19
from
for
Alarak.
Illyria?
Okay. Mr. DM,
Yes.
where... Oh, there it is. Flying tentacled brain. Okay. Jace will, at this time, seeing this, he is prepared this time because he went and retrieved his crossbow, and not liking what he's seeing, he will fire a bolt at the creature.
It's Jace is not up first. I'm just trying to set up the NPCs.
Oh man, the flying potatoes are first.
Not good.
The flying potatoes are first.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Too bad.
I don't see
Too
them flying
bad.
potatoes.
Too bad. There's a tuber joke in there.
You know, I'm fairly certain that anybody on a keto diet will not tell you that potatoes are healthy.
Yeah, they're like
honest-
the best food on the planet. But yes,
Honestly, I'm rooting for the enemy side.
Just leave. Leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we just take like 70 psychic damage? I think we're over.
That's just not an appealing joke.
God, you used to do that
Did
in
you
Nulky's
Google
game
this?
too.
Okay.
Puns.
This
Yeah.
winged potato, flies towards Jace, Nalo, and spikes it. And sinks one of its teeth or whatever into him and latches onto Jace.
Oh shit, that is not good.
Guys, quick question. Is it worth climbing the stairs to the next level now? While they're here?
I don't think the stairs are there.
I mean, no one
Yeah.
fell in anything last time.
You can try it.
Having heard Riki say that, Jace is going to disengage.
So that was Illyria.
Oh, that was Illyria. Sorry.
Illyria waves.
Jace wasn't paying attention. Jace disengages, and he's gonna. Oh, are you gonna lock the tokens?
They're locked. He can't. This spud is attached
Latched
to
on his
him.
arm.
It-
So-
Can he
it's
drag
sort
the
of-
spud with him?
He's dragging
does,
the spud
but-
with him, shaking his arm and trying to brush it off.
Okay. So you move back, and it just seems to be attached to you.
And he's like, "I'm going, but the potato. It hurts. It's gluten.
Nasty chips.
Is he attacking at all?
Well, I was thinking a dexterity check or something to try to knock the dang thing off.
Oh, you can use an action to knock it off if you want.
All right, so he's strength check then?
No. You can detach it just easily.
All right, so he uses an action to brush it off then, for sure.
I mean, theoretically, shouldn't he be able to? Shouldn't it be of a size where he can grab it in his hand and hurl it against the wall?
It's the same size as him.
Oh, these things are tiny. It
Oh,
just
are
doesn't
they?
show
Actual
tiny.
potato
Yeah,
size?
they're actual potato size.
Okay,
Oh my gosh,
so
this is
yeah,
amazing.
he grabs it. He'll grab it off his arm and he will huck it against this southern wall as he heads to the south.
Okay. Do you want to roll an attack?
Attack?
Roll. Just leave it on Jace for now.
A melee?
No, range attack. So dexterity.
Okay, so
Just roll a dexterity check. Okay. So
check would
you
be
throw. That's all right.
+3.
And roll a d4.
Sure.
You are still attacking the brain, and then you roll. Okay, so he throws the potato against the nearby wall of the stairs leading up, and it hits it, and it goes splat, and is just mash on the wall.
And he's like, flying gluten. I'm heading to the stairs to the south.
Thanks, bud.
You guys are terrible.
Illyria, you're up.
Yep, so Illyria's moving in. Firebolt the potato.
Make french fries.
Illyria sighs and says, well, I was hoping for roast potatoes, but apparently not right now.
Okay. So the brain, flying brain, looks to one of the pieces of vegetables on the table, and that shimmer happens again, and another potato form grows wings and starts flapping. It then seems to be happy staying where it is.
Happy flappy potato.
Meanwhile, the one near Jace moves towards you and attempts to spud spike you again. But Jace sort of slaps it away.
Take that. Oh man, they can move.
And this one flies towards you, Illyria, but doesn't. It only gets that close. This one flies up to Jace again, but doesn't attack. And that one moves up to Illyria. Riki!
Okay, I feel like this calls for a little bit of magic missile. Okay, so Riki steps out from behind the wall, out to behind where Illyria is, and then fires off one shot at the winged potato closest.
Okay. It takes the hit, it wobbles, and then explodes.
And she then shifts on to the next one with her final magic missile. She's content that she's taken a stand against the evils of carbs. And the next person goes.
Wabani, you're up.
Okay, so Wabani, seeing that all of a sudden it's bright up again, he will drop the torch. He will come up the stairs here. These stairs across the way here, is there a path here that like it kind of looks like there's a path along the stairs here. But what I want to know is this a wall, or can he jump across that?
So you can walk through where there's that table area, okay, as everyone else has. But if you're pointing to the stairs that are leading up to the next floor, it's you can only see the underside of those stairs from where you are.
Oh, okay. All right. So he will then come back across. So that was 20 feet. So he will get here, and seeing the flying potato, he will say, "Oh man, I wish I could come up with puns because it makes me jealous."
Some of us have an eye for detail.
Something like that. He will make this potato spuddelicious and try to cook it with sacred flame.
Gosh, they're
Nice.
just not wanting to be cooked today, hey?
No, that one's
Oh,
that's a
it is.
success.
Sorry.
So it is going to turn into French fries.
You
Beautiful.
toast it good. It just is incinerated, and there's dust on the ground.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Alarak. Okay. Seeing this flying brain, I don't think the potatoes are the real threat here. I think we've got to, attack the brain here. I'm going to take out my clock, make myself, click that little button and say the magic phrase, which I definitely remember.
Go on then. It's on the item.
Is it?
It is.
It is. Time is on my side.
There we go.
And so I'll do my 30 movement, do my 30 bonus movement up onto the table, and do my next 30 movement as well as a dash action.
Okay, excellent.
And that is my whole turn.
The spud nearest the flying tentacled brain flies towards you. Its teeth look especially sharp.
So I've got the worst potato.
You do,
You
because it
got the
hits
hot
you.
potato.
Gosh.
It sinks into you, and you probably... It's 1 minute, so you would have lost your Zephyr Strike, right?
Oh yeah, we took a 10-minute breakdown there. I've got a different concentration spell on anyway. This new
Right.
Expeditious Retreat, which I will make a save for.
That's correct. Okay, wait, yeah, it did it automatically. So it sinks its teeth into you, and it stays latched on. Jace, you are surrounded by spuds.
All right. Jace is going to bloody hell. I guess what he is going to do is he is going to have to drop the crossbow and pull his rapier out. And he's going to try to swing at the potato that's in front of him. Oop. Oh, wow. That
Unfortunately, you
was
missed.
terrible.
The potatoes definitely fly around your sword,
strokes.
and you're not making potato kebab tonight.
No potato kebab. And he'll stay there. He's never experienced anything like this. He's freaked out.
Illyria.
There is very predictable.
You know you've got spell slots.
Most of them are more utility than damage.
Okay.
By most, I mean 1 is damage.
Okay.
Oh, that was
That 20 last time was much
Right.
better.
Yeah.
Feels like that's
little
the
more
moment
handy.
that Illyria sits down and reconsiders her life choices.
Yeah. Definitely have spell choices.
I certainly feel like you're suffering from a chaos sorcerer at the moment.
Oh gosh, it's not feeling good.
Okay, so you do a grazing shot on the flying tentacle brain. However, it moves up to Alarak. Initially it animates another potato. That one's over there, and then it moves up to Alarak. And attempts to hit Alarak with its tentacle. But you definitely dodge out of the way. And then it tries to chow down on you with its beak. And it succeeds.
Ooh.
So the beak pierces your skin and is especially sharp. The blood starts to flow from your shoulder.
Ow. Okay.
Meanwhile, winged potato number 10 wants to attack poor old Jay, who's found himself in a bit of a corner. And number 5 attempts to do the same. And they both latch onto him.
Oh.
He's wedged in.
Oh god. How long did you wait for that one?
It never
you're up.
ends. The possibilities are endless. Okay. Riki sees an opportunity and moves forward. And then she casts Snillock's Snowball Swarm. Oh, hang on, is she still 65 feet away there? Yeah, no, she can. She casts Snillock's Snowball Swarm in a way that it targets both the flying tentacle brain and the winged potato.
You can certainly do that. I don't need to draw a circle for that.
Oh, okay.
So the flying tentacle brain ducks out of the way, but the potato is frozen.
Oh man, this is some fancy potato smashing. I think we killed it.
So the flying potato near Alarak is a frozen chip, and the flying tentacle brain takes a bit of damage, but is still standing or floating. Wabani.
Wabani moves forward here. Coming into... Can he see Jace?
Yes, he can see Jason.
Oh, am I on top of tables?
It seems that way, yes.
Okay, he's running along the top of these tables. Okay. So he sees Jace and he sees Alarak. Does he have a good indication or good idea which guy looks more damaged? Or more hurting?
They look very similar.
Okay. So he says, I got you, Alarak. I got you. And he
No,
will...
I'm good.
He will put a... once more, he will put a toll... No, he's going to Sacred Flame. He'll Sacred Flame the potato in front of Jace.
You sure you don't want to heal the potatoes and Sacred Flame Alarak?
Yeah, could be. And he cooks the potato.
He cooks it in its jacket.
Yes.
It collapses to the ground.
Hot and muggy.
He's very
And
hungry,
then
to be
at
honest.
that, he's like, I still got you, Alarak. I still got you. And he throws another healing word at Alarak.
The rush of healing energy flows over you, Alarak. You can spend your healing surge as well.
Oh, Jesus, that was 2 shitty rolls.
There was.
But still,
9.
that's 9. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna step down out of. Yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity attack as I leave its range. That's fine.
Okay. Just hold on a second. Okay, it lashes out with its tentacle. And then you feel. Oh, did it miss? Oh, sorry. Well, ignore the damage. Readjust that damage. I apologize.
You're at 9.
Okay, 1 second. I'm not quite sure how to do that.
Okay.
That's all right. I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
It's all good.
All right. I'm gonna slap him back. That's not very nice to. Try and. You know what? I thought of a great joke when you threw the ice ball at him as well. You should have given him brain freeze. Alright, give him a slap with the stick.
You shake your stick at the brain and it just ignores you.
And I'll go down that far. Bonus action dashing, I guess, because I've got that thing on me. Maybe to, like, here.
Okay.
There we go. Just to there. There we're good.
You hear, for a second there, the briefest of, "Are you yellow?"
Yeah, I'm orange. Look at me.
Well, this little hungry little potato moves up to Wabani but doesn't do anything. Jace.
Jace will once more try to smack at this potato with his rapier.
Kababbit, kababbit. Oh,
He's Jace.
his hair
Bonus
gets in
actions.
his eyes.
He's got no bonus actions. Jesus.
He's got inspiration.
Oh, wait. Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to put... he's going to sing... he's going to be chanting a little ditty, and he's going to put Bardic Inspiration on top of Illyria.
And how does this little ditty go?
Here's a little song I wrote. Gonna play it note for note. Don't worry. Kill that potato.
Not the brain?
So, Illyria, you get a d6 that you can roll. We'll set it to before the attack, just so you can help out. If that's what you want to do. It helps with attacks and saving throws and such.
Am I still in? Wait, it's in.
Yeah, it's your turn, Illyria.
Sorry,
So
my thing's just crashing a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I noticed that before.
Getting back. Let's try something other than that firebolt.
Okay, so you're moving up.
We're gonna Maximilian's Earth and grasp it.
Oh, nice. It fails
we
its
go.
saving throw. So you
So much.
you encase it in a earthen grip, and it I reckon you can do your damage. And is it restrained?
Not the first. Oh no, yeah, no, failed save throw. It is restrained. Then you can continue to restrain it afterwards. That beautiful.
Fantastic.
Actively.
Okay, its squeals and terror are being held at bay, and it animates another potato because it's about all it can do.
Pretty dumb brain.
It can't move. And what's the deal with Maximilian's Earthen Grip? Does it get a saving throw at the end of its turn?
Honestly, not sure. It probably does.
As an
Look.
action.
Oh, okay. No, as you can.
Restrained target can use
Make a
its
strength
action
check.
to make a strength check
Okay,
against the spell
it'll
save
do that.
DC.
It will do that with its action then. Strength check. Okay. It wriggles and wriggles, but fails to break free. Okay, so the winged potato number 5 that is attached to Jace just keeps biting down on him. Now that it's attached to him, the blood starts to flow freely from Jace. And it just gets an automatic 4 damage.
Ah, that bites the big one.
Riki!
Okay, Ricky moves forward a bit further, please.
Roger.
And then she casts Ice Knife on the flying brain. Because nothing says die like a knife to a brain. Fingers crossed.
What is
It's going to get
restrained?
advantage.
Beautiful.
Excellent. So the shard hits. And then there's an additional damage when it does have to save for it, but then the shard explodes.
It failed its saving throw, I think.
Excellent. Riki's feeling a little chuffed with herself again.
So you can hear a horrible as it takes the damage. Wabani, you have a flying potato in front of you.
So, Mobani looks at the potato in front of him. He's going to try to do a karate chop on the top of the potato.
Chip off a bit.
So he smacks at the potato. Now, he's basically going to smack it, and with his other hand, like with his left hand, and then his right hand is going to catch that potato that he just smacked. And then he wants to jump down over here and throw the potato that he just caught at the flying tentacled brain.
Okay. I'll allow it. Off you go.
Alright, so he needs to make a ranged attack, which would be... I'm just going to use this one because it's already configured. This is my ranged attack. Oh, bugger.
It's restrained, so you get an additional attack. You're targeting the wrong creature too, by the way. But just
So
roll another d20. Don't target it. Just roll another d20.
You with my modifiers?
No, just roll the d20 and I can work out whether it hits or not. Okay, so that one would definitely hit. So now target the flying tentacle brain and do your, I would say 1d4 plus your dexterity damage.
Okay. And
Okay.
as he throws the potato, he's like, "This is not a pun. It's a bun." This is the best he got.
The deceased potato slaps against the brain, and it does not like being hit by its own animated fruit or animated root vegetables. Alarak.
Okay, I'm going to move up to within range of it. I'm going to, after being called a coward, I'm going to steal my nerve. Bit of a brain pun there for folks listening at home. and attack at advantage. It's restrained, correct?
It is, yes. It'll automatically be at advantage.
Okay. A 2 and a 5. Neither of those hit.
The horrible cutting words of Wabani still hurt you.
Yeah, it just wasn't that great. And bonus action, get back to where I was. I don't want to be near that brain. That's my turn.
Okay, winged potato number 4. Seeing Illyria right near, it moves up to attack it. And sinks its teeth down into it. And you feel the blood start to flow where it latches on to the top of your head. But you hold on to Maximilian's earthen grip.
Beautiful.
Isn't that one dead?
Oh, it is dead. That's
That's
the one that
I threw. Yeah.
It's a zombie flying potato.
With
Jace.
the last bit of his strength, Jace is going to try mightily to cut this potato in twain.
Has Jace basically been fighting these potatoes and
Potatoes the
failing?
entire time?
Yes.
It's been
Oh,
missing
he
them.
finally gets
This
a
is when-
strike.
This is when Nemtar comes back next week and we get to tell him that he was killed by potatoes.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think you might
You were
cry.
laid low, and everybody felt so embarrassed that you did done in by potatoes that they didn't bring you back. So he two-hands his rapier, and he yells out, "Kia!" Oh, Jesus.
Still
Thank
enough to
God.
kill it. So
he
he
breathes-
wrenches it off him.
And he heads over here. He's getting the hell out of here.
Right, we're gonna try and crush that brain while I've still got this up.
Well, there's a
Yep, no, that's okay, I know. That was not helpful.
it succeeded.
Wow.
Was not great.
So many ones.
Oh, filthy.
Fortunately, it hasn't been your night tonight, has it?
It really has not. One absolutely amazing hit and then nothing else.
It's like a Will Wheaton level of terrible bad rolls.
But just on the damage.
Oh, God.
the
He
hits are
watches our
alright.
show. That's it. We're done.
But I'm hoping he will after I said that.
Yeah.
No, he's not like Bloody Mary. You can't summon him by turning your computer on and saying his name 3 times.
Beetlejuice. There we go.
Oh dear. Okay, so it's going to attempt to break free again. Ooh, is that a success?
We can't see it.
Rolled.
It rolled a 15.
I think it
you're-
is.
I think your DC is a 14, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That is a success. It breaks out.
Hooray! It's free, and for its bonus action, it raises another potato.
Can't it stop yet?
Not quite.
How many potatoes is there in this room?
I'm
There's-
thinking these wizards were all fat.
There's 7 brothers. There's a lot of potatoes.
A lot of
Gosh.
gluten.
Ricky,
Empty carbs.
I'm hoping you go for that potato in front of me.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Not
gonna-
go for the potato.
Well, let me have a quick look. Alright, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at the potato in front of you.
Aw, thank you. So sweet.
And the nice bit is I then turn around and use the next 2 shots on Flying Tentacled Brain.
wow, max rolls on all of them.
Damn. Did you steal all my luck? Is that what's happening?
I did.
Seems that way.
I did.
So bolts of arcane
Alright.
force smash into the potato in front of you, and it explodes, and you're covered in mash. And the other two knock off a few of the tentacles.
Riki's singing all the songs from Small Potatoes under her breath.
That was some excellent work, Riki. And I will send the sound of singing bells into his head.
It is immune, apparently.
But it doesn't care. He's going... Is it... to cross this table is difficult terrain?
Yeah, it would be.
So that would mean I think he could get there.
Okay.
I'm coming for you, brainchild.
Alarak.
Alright, bonus action dash up to within range. Let's try and finish this off.
Alarak, shame.
What I was near it, what was in that bucket? That big cauldron? Was it just the...
Bad luck.
Yeah, just
Shame.
a little bad luck, yeah. And shame.
A bubbling liquid. It's hard to see because you're distracted by the brain. But there is a single tear rolling down your cheek after you miss.
Actually, I'm not going to move down. I'm just going to stay where I am.
I'm looking at the bubbling liquid and thinking as Vichyssoise.
All right, my winged potato. Where shall it fly? It so wants to attack Jace.
I don't know. It will die. Oh, God.
It's going to
Jace.
attack Jace.
You really want to kill Jace by potato.
Aww, it misses. I'm so sad. Jace.
We need to let Namtar
Jace.
know that the DM's trying to kill him with vegetables.
Oh, God. Wait. What do I have here? Oh, shoot. Jace is going to go. And try.
Sounds very like
once
Jace.
more. That's Jace.
Wait, are you telling me there's no lobsters in this kitchen anywhere?
Just be thankful that those ones aren't being animated.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Jesus, Jace.
Come on, Jace.
Yep. He is not having good luck.
Illyria.
He's going for a firebolt. And a miss.
Or did you want to add inspiration?
Oh, yes, please.
Roll your d6. That's
There we
it.
go.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you, game.
Whoa. You
Okay.
scorch it within an inch of its life.
Oh, no.
But it's still alive. It's going to move up to Alarak. It's going to also summon another potato. And then attempt to attack Alarak. But misses. Oh, actually, and the beak.
How much help does Jace need?
All
No
the help.
Does this answer your question?
Yeah, I'm having thoughts along those lines. Okay, can I move? Just let me have a quick look.
But
Alright,
if you kill the tentacle brain, it might just kill all the potatoes at the same time.
yes, that's what my thought is. I'm thinking the
I'm
potatoes.
sure Jace is fine.
Yeah,
Must-
Jace is fine.
I mean, we can bring him back, right?
What's the
Hey,
worst
are
that can happen?
No. Are they were potatoes? Will he come back and turn into a
A
potato
potato.
every full moon? Oh, I'm gonna let him be just in case.
What is going
There's
to
one
be
way
a
to find
spud?
out.
He's going to be a spud instead of a stud.
Oh God,
No, that was just uncalled for.
it really was.
And he's not even here to defend himself. Jeez.
No. Namtar, poor bugger.
So I'm going to move forward as much as I can. And then I'm going to cast Infestation on the
Ooh.
brain.
And it's going to get. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for you, Alarak. You could use a little bit of cleaning.
It fails. Describe its demise.
A little teeny flea. So teeny. It might even be in a flea circus. Leaps up, off, and up into the air. Straight out of Bindi. Bindi the squirrel from the backpack. Turns into a cloud of fleas, which all hover directly towards the brain, latch on, and suck it into desiccation.
Ooh, nasty.
Beautiful.
And it just collapses to the ground, a horrible husk. Is that your turn?
Yes, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Wabani.
The
Well,
potatoes are still
In
alive.
short work of that, and I shout, "Jace, are you okay?" And all I hear is screaming. So I will dash that way toward where he's at.
Alarak.
Alright, I'm going to try and hit something and actually hope it works. I'm going to try and hit this potato just south of me. Got to work once or twice, doesn't it?
It should. Oh!
Ow!
How many 2s and 3s has that been? Wow.
All of
Honestly, too many.
them. Can I vaunt over this table and have a look at this treasure chest?
Sure.
Actually, no, I won't do that because it will take me in range of the potato. So I'll just go here. That's my turn.
Okay, the winged potato flies up to you, Alarak.
And gets a 20.
We'll see.
It crits. It crits.
It just misses you. It attempts to latch onto your buttock, but is foiled by your loincloth, your chain loincloth.
Yep.
I don't like that mental picture.
No one's supposed to. It's not supposed to be.
Foiled by your loin chain. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I miss Jace. I'm so sad. The other spud attempts to latch onto Jace, but it fails as well.
He
Jace.
screams again. But he tries. He tries. He's going to try. Oh,
Gosh.
for Spud's sake. He swings again and screams like a girl. So...
Wow.
That was so terrible. That just came out just like that. Just for the Twitch stream. Yes,
Someone's
you
not
can,
getting
hate
Great
on
in
healing.
me. You can hate on me. If the web camera's on me, you'd be seeing that just like a Wobani, Dagobah is beet red.
Hey, look, you're having enough problems with potatoes. You don't have to bring other root vegetables into this.
Yeah.
He might be roaring bravely like a girl. We don't know.
Yeah. Bravely like a girl. That's right. Roaring bravely. There we go. So he misses completely.
Illyria.
All right.
He's not going to eat another potato for the rest of his life.
I'm gonna try don't feel confident about this fireball, but we're gonna do it.
Hey.
Come on. Why at the potato? Woohoo!
Can I
Go
just ask
down.
why, Jace? There's one on me as well.
The screaming's starting to get to me. You know, it's like quite high pitched.
Illyria wipes away the mashed potato that was on her face and lets loose a firebolt that chars the one near Jace. And for a moment, Jace flicks his hair in a sign of thank you.
I'm kind of wishing I'd actually aimed for his head now, but that's fine.
Did any of the firebolt catch any of his hair?
Just a little bit of singe.
Get Jace to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's probably a good idea. Oh,
no,
now he
dodges it.
rolls good.
Especially when the hair's involved.
Riki finishes off.
Yeah, well, you know, Riki casts Toll the Dead.
Just to be contrary.
It failed. I can't see a potato having much will.
But
And yeah.
it didn't die.
If we died
Riki's-
of this potato.
Riki's faith is a little shaken.
Seeing Riki do that, let me try. And he too will try to toll the dead.
Yep.
If this does one,
Oh gosh. No, there we go.
Describe its demise.
I focus my attention into a minuscule hole that I see, and I make the sound of the bell from there. And so when the bell blasts, it just causes the potato to shudder and burst apart and cover Alarak with spudlicious gore.
Blood guts.
Yeah.
As the last spud falls, the view changes from this potions room back to the
hell.
old room.
I'm running for the treasure chest just before. No.
It becomes insubstantial, and your hands just move through it.
Oh.
So close yet so far.
Oh, this tower is I do not like it.
It's like when you buy a very, very shiny box and you open the box and inside is nothing but rotten fruit.
Or vegetables.
Or a flying potato.
Yes, I think I get your analogy a little, but I will save my laughter because my friend Jace, who screams like a violin. You see how I changed those words? I'm trying to be not so discriminating.
You're not having a good day today.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying to RP
dear.
here. Although that one, it was not an RP. That was utter foolishness. He's going to go up to Jace, and Wobani's going to use his healing kit on Jace.
Okay. As that's happening, you hear the steady footsteps of the professor heading up the stairs, and he looks around and goes,
Oh, what went on? I heard a lot of banging going on, and what's all this mash on the floor?
Good news, Professor. We've slain all the evil. Oh, there were terrible, terrible monsters. Definitely, you're paying us not enough for all the work here. They were horrendous. But we slew them for you, so you don't have to worry.
And now we have
safe.
lunch.
Really? Lunch? Well,
Surely
I
you like
mean,
potato.
It's mashed, Professor, just the way you like it.
Pre-mashed.
well, excellent.
he sort of walks up to the one area where there is a slightly clean floor and wipes up some of the mash and starts eating it.
Seems a bit old.
Yeah, has it aged? Is it time traveled? Is it now like 40-year-old potato?
I've had worse. What's this about time travel?
Just still trying
Well-
to figure out exactly what's happening here.
Well, I don't rightly know. Let me have a look. See if I can find this information about this relic.
Oh, hobby search.
Okay, so you spend the next hour working your way through all the tables here and the loose documentation. You find interesting documents about some potion making, but the information that Professor is looking for is not found at all. And he looks around rather disappointed and goes,
This all seems to be a terrible waste of time. Maybe I got my information wrong.
Well, there's still at least another floor.
What's going on there? Is that Jace? Jace,
Yeah.
are you alright, man?
Wobani's comforting Jace as he cries. It's okay, Jace. They're gone now.
Do you know what might?
They're good. They're good food still.
Do you know what might cheer him up? A nice haircut.
A pun? Oh, yes, that's even better. I thought maybe some more curses from your book would be make him feel better.
No, I think they might frighten him in his current fragile state.
He does look very fragile. Buck up, soldier. You need a haircut. Let's give you a buzz cut, because that'll put you in the right place. Or maybe we can find you a new comb. And I think when we mention a new comb, that's probably what cheers him up the best.
with nice filigree and jewels.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so unfortunately you can't make your way any further up the tower. It's too long gone and destroyed. And he doesn't find the information he's after, so he seems a bit downtrodden. But at least you've investigated this hunch of his, and it's led nowhere. So
We still get paid, right?
Yeah. Well, you're only here to protect him, not help him find the item.
Well,
So-
yeah.
So he looks on a bit dejected and goes,
Well, I guess we'll have to head back. I might have to go through and check on my research again. This is horrible news.
You're sure, Professor? I mean, if we went slower through the remains, is there something maybe you missed?
No, I've spent enough time here. I don't think there's
What
anything
if?
of usefulness here.
What if I got up on this bookshelf and started just hammering at the roof? Would that work?
I do have a rope. We could try and attach it to something at the top and climb through.
There's no actual holes through the roof
Yet.
here. There's yet.
Not where
Okay.
the chair is.
Well, Alarak is attempting to make a hole. While that's happening, Felix is stepping back.
And Jace is like, well, hey, Alarak, I can probably help with that, and he'll sing a song about so that Alarak gets some inspiration on his efforts.
So make a strength check, please.
Alright, I'm going to use the inspiration on this, I reckon. Definitely.
Okay, so you spend the next 20 minutes hammering away at the roof, and you manage to strip off a couple of the ceiling boards, and it's quite dark up there. But with your dark vision, it looks like there's a lot of stone boulders and brick that would make up the walls and such.
Yeah, Professor, it's collapsed up there. There's no going forward.
Oh, this is horrible. Well, I might have your need of your services in the future, but I think for now maybe we should head back, and I'll look into this a bit further.
That's quite disappointing, but we are alive, so that's a good thing. And Wobani picks up, I pick up Jace's crossbow and hand back to him.
Jace recognizes the effort and picks it up, and then, well, actually snatches it out of your hand and walks off.
Still sobbing. We'll find you that brush, I promise, Jace. I'll buy you a nice one.
You seem to be getting the cold shoulder. Okay, I think this is probably a good point to leave it for today. Thank you very much for listening. We've gone about half an hour over time. But
I
it
think
was
the puns made it worth it.
Also,
Well-
kudos to whoever suggested flying potatoes. That was a gem.
Oh god.
I'm gonna
Well, you know what?
Leave
Here's
now.
one thing. You guys were
Just leave it on
clearly making puns about eyed. So tell me, what the hell has eyed got to do with potatoes?
Oh, you get like little potato eyes. You know, those like little, like darker spots on potatoes.
Oh, you guys call them eyes.
Yeah, you can.
What do
They're
you
like
call
where
them?
I had no idea. We call them knobs.
No, it's an eye. That's something else entirely.
That's a potato eye.
I
Okay.
think we've worked out what the real knob is here at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to eat a
Ha.
potato again. I didn't realize they had knobs.
At least
That's
they don't
terrible.
have dials.
Okay, that was pretty good. Good game, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks,
Thanks
Thanks
everyone.
to the watchers.
The one watcher, I think, at the moment.
Oh, no,
It all
anybody.
counts.
Oh, great. Thank you to that person.
Yeah. All right.
And
Thanks a lot.
And it was Will Wheaton too,
If only.
or Patrick Rothfuss. That'd be even cool too.
You know what? No, the person who was watching, they're the most. Well, I don't want Will Worden. I want them.
You are right. Exactly correct.
Well, whoever it is, he or she has been doing a fantastic job of watching because I'm pretty much sure they've been watching in for the first episode. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, see you next week.
Till next week.
Have a
Thanks,
good week.
guys.